tale of two seasons right now between these two teams. The Indians come into tonight's game off a very disappointing performance in their loss to East Central, a game that saw two block punts that resulted in touchdowns in the first quarter, and then back-to-back 15-yard penalties that spotted the Warriors 30 yards on their eventual game-winning drive. Jim, you got to know a lot of attention to the finer side of the details of the game were a large part of the Indians' focus this week in practice.
No doubt, but special teams is important. It's 1/3 of your game. Yes, we talk about offense and defense, but special teams can turn a game around. And ICC got down 14-0 last week because of having a poor punting situation. And I'm not blaming one person. I'm blaming all 11 people. We got the punt blocked, and we couldn't recover.
Absolutely. Now, on the flip side of things, it's business as usual for the Lions, the number one team in the country. Their fast-paced offense is averaging over 50 points per game. Their defense is allowing less than 10 points a game. And there's a lot of people saying this season's defense could very well rival that of the 2013 National Championship squad. Business as usual for the Lions.
No doubt about it. They got a great coaching staff. We know how good their players are. They're number one in the nation. We will be ready. There's no doubt about that, and we're at home. And I know Sean Cannon and his staff wants to have a better performance, but we better play our best tonight.
Absolutely. When we come back, we'll step inside Coach's Corner, being served up by Little Caesars, as Lee Adams had a chance to catch up with Coach Sean Cannon earlier this week to talk about tonight's matchup with the Lions. You're locked in to the ICC Sports Network on ESPN 95.1 The Fan and Let'sGoICCTV.com.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
Ever since you got that license, you've been on the move. We get it. With Student Checking, we have the tools to keep you going. Take care of that check from grandma without stopping at the bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And we'll even pay you back for ATM fees. So keep on going, and we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
In anticipation of the big game, Little Caesars invites you to pick up large, hot and ready pizzas for just $5 each. Score big by adding a crazy combo, Italian cheese bread, or hot and ready Caesar wings. This football season, make Little Caesars your big game party headquarters.
Pizza.
Welcome back to the Davis Ford pregame show as we step inside Coach's Corner here with Coach Sean Cannon. Coach, got another tall task in MAC-JC play, but also North Division opener against the top-ranked East Mississippi Lions. Just talk a bit about tonight's game and how preparation has gone this week.
Yeah, they're a really good football team. I think they're averaging 50-something points, 55 points there, and giving up 5 a game, and they're good as advertised. We're going to have to play really good football game, error-free, turnover-free. To give ourselves a position, put ourselves in position, chance to win this game. They've had 2 pretty good tests, week 1 and week 2 from Hines and Pearl River. So the great thing is we got them at home. We got to come out and give our home crowd a good football game to watch.
Okay, now last week we had our home opener. First half a little shaky, of course, but that second half, you guys rallied and made a comeback and made it real close. Just talk a little bit about that second half last week and the guys stepped up to make it a close game.
Yeah, you can't put yourself in a hole as bad as we did, with kicking game errors and then just not moving the ball, can't stop them, and then you try to, come back in and halftime and I told the kids we can't keep putting ourselves in these situations, but it was good to see them fight back and, give ourselves a chance to win, but kind of the challenge at halftime was to go score 21 points and shut them out, and we did the point scoring, we just couldn't shut them out, but you can't put yourself in a hole and everything like that, but hopefully this week the focus has, been a little bit better and distractions, some distractions we've had have been eliminated hopefully from our football team, and so we'll be able to move forward and like you said, open up our games that really start mattering now is our North Division.
Okay, well, with the North Division opener tonight, I've noticed on their stats they do play 2 quarterbacks with the return of VJ Miller and the Michigan State transfer. Just kind of talk about what some of the challenges that dual quarterback threat will have for your defense.
Yeah, kind of been odd. DeWeaver Messiah, I believe, he's the one that played really the whole first game against Hines, and then came in after the first series of the first quarter. Pearl River and VJ came in and played the whole rest of the game. So, they both present challenges. Both of them are good quarterbacks, and the offensive line's really good, and they got some talented players there in the receiving core, but, it's kind of one of those deals where you really prepare for both of them, but, the offense really don't change when either one of them come in. So that's one thing we've worked on the most this week.
Okay, well, offensively for the Indians, kind of what have y'all been focusing on more this week to get ready for tonight?
Yeah, D-line for them is really good. They got really 2 big inside D tackles that really hold their ground inside. So we're going to do a good job of blocking them. Really fast defensive end. So we practiced some different types of techniques this week a little bit and move some guys around to hopefully give us a little better chance to be able to control the box a little bit. And like any game, you got to be able to run the ball, and that's one thing we try to put emphasis on this week, because you can run the ball, opens up your pass, opens up your passing game a little bit. And they're very talented in the secondary and the linebackers. We feel like their D-line is a strength of their team, especially having 5 out-of-staters up there. So we're going to do a good job of controlling that line, keeping our quarterback upright, and make some plays when plays come our way.
All right, Coach. Well, let's head into the Keys of Victory, brought to you by Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Talk about what tonight's Keys to Victory will be for the Indians.
Well, versus the first 2 weeks, we got to come out and start fast. We hadn't really done that yet. We got to wake up and come out of the locker room, and that's been a focus this week from our coaches to our players. And fast start. Can't have any errors in the kicking game. That's one thing that put us in a hole last week. Just those guys getting after us in punt return, and we give up some big kicks in the kickoff return game. Got some penalties and things like this. We got to eliminate mistakes. That's part of the second thing, and then. Third thing is when they give us opportunities, we got to take advantage of opportunities. If they give us plays that we need to explore on offense, or things that we need to make a play in on defense, we got to make those plays, because you're not going to beat a good football team if you don't take advantage of the mistakes that they give you. So that's probably our 3 biggest keys to victory tonight.
All right, Coach. Well, best of luck to you and your guys tonight.
I appreciate it.
We'll be back with more of the Davis Ford pregame show here on Let's Go ICC TV and ESPN Mississippi 95.1 The Fan.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs, and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom, or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion, or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton, or online davisfordsales.com.
When I think of potential, I think of a matchstick. When a matchstick reaches its potential, it releases a flame that ignites everything around it. 2018 brings new potential for you and your life at Itawamba Community College, where you are each empowered to do great things. You can be better, accomplish more, and live a life that is above the bar. Your potential is here.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here. It's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
$2.99 for a Car Hop Classic. What a steal.
Steal. That's a heist. Put this on.
Oh, disguise.
I don't think I can eat in this. It's all part of the plan, my friend.
Get a quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a Slinger Plus Tots for $2.99. Try it today. Sonic's Double Stuffed Oreo Waffle Cone. Made from Oreo wafers, layered with sweet Oreo cream, real ice cream, and Oreo cookie pieces. Talk about Oreo overload. Try one before they're gone.
And welcome back to the Davis Ford pregame show here on ESPN Mississippi 95.1 The Fan, as well as Let'sGoICCTV.com. Now, Jim, before we went to the break, we heard some of Coach Sean Cannon's Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi's keys to victory. But what everybody wants to know is, what's the keys to victory through the eyes of Mr. Jim Ingram? And as always, these keys to victory being brought to you by the Bank of Oklahoma.
No pressure, here.
No
Adam,
pressure.
I appreciate it. Let's say this, Adam. As we've noticed, and we talked about a lot, in our first 2 ball games this year, 1 win, 1 loss, we're behind 27-7 at halftime, both games.
Mm-hmm.
We against East Mississippi, who's the number 1 team in the nation, you cannot start off like that. We've got to start strong tonight. We got to win the kicking game. We do need some turnovers because they're very good offensively and defensively, but we've got to start strong, no turnovers, and we have to play our best game of the year to find a way to win tonight. We got to win the turnover war by at least 2 or 3 turnovers.
Absolutely, and as always, when you play a team like East Mississippi, the number 1 team in the country, that is a tall task. Those are your Bank of Oklahoma keys to victory through the eyes of Mr. Jim Ingram. The Bank of Oklahoma is a hometown bank. They has been serving Chickasaw County and the surrounding area for over 75 years. Whether it's a personal deposit account or a business loan, the Bank of Oklahoma can help. Visit them at 227 West Main Street in Oklahoma, or one of their branches. That's the Houston Banking Center, the Bank of Manatee, or the new Calhoun County Bank, or Calhoun Banking Center in Bruce. And so Bank of Oklahoma and those fine sponsors have been a long-time sponsor with us here on Let's Go ICC TV, and a new sponsor for ESPN Mississippi 95.1 The Fan. And Jim, we'll talk about that for a moment. We've got a lot of positive responses from all the fans out there being able to tune in now on ESPN Radio.
We appreciate ESPN partner with us. Max Howell and this team has done a great job. They've given us a lot of good exposure. We're glad to be a part of their family, and we're having a good time being with 95.1 FM.
Absolutely. I do believe they said they are either getting close or have gotten their stream up now. So if you're away from the computer, you may want to be able to pull up their or away from your radio, I should say, and want to pull up their stream of their programming throughout the day. It's ESPNMISS.com. That's ESPNMISS.com. I know that's something, Jim, you and I both will take advantage of. Just kind of put that on in the background and listen to some really impressive lineup throughout the day. You've got Coach Holliday in the morning, then they go to national programming, and then Matt Wyatt's show, and then Coach and Sam have their show, and then they go to national programming once again. So to me, that's just some great background noise to learn a lot about sports.
No doubt about it. It's dedicated to sports, and we like sports.
Absolutely. When we come back, we'll take a look at tonight's Coca-Cola starting lineups being presented by the Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, as we're just about 15 minutes away from the First American National Bank opening kickoff here between ICC and number 1 East Mississippi on ESPN Radio 95.1 The Fan and Let'sGoICCTV.com.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs, and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion, or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton, or online, davisfordsales.com.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here. It's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
Best pizza, New York style.
No way, Chicago deep dish.
No. White pie.
Half veggies, half meat.
Just cheese. No, pepperoni.
Extra crunchy.
Chewy. Has to be gluten-free.
Top it with arugula.
No, basil.
Eggplant. Dude, really? That's not pizza, come on. Pizza.
And a Coke.
You got that right. 2 Cokes, please.
My pizza goes best with a Coke.
An ice cold Coke.
Only with a Coke.
Carter Mills, quarterback, Akron, Mississippi.
Howard Washington, running back, Oxford, Mississippi. Devontae Willis, offensive line, Aberdeen, Mississippi.
Austin Watkins, wide receiver, Tupelo, Mississippi.
Chanel Thomas, wide receiver, Colorado, Mississippi.
Will James, right tackle, Columbus, Mississippi. Jacob Cunningham, offensive line, Louisville, Mississippi.
Shan Ross, center, Grenada, Mississippi.
Cameron Orr, right tackle, Gulf, Mississippi. Trey Town, fullback, Grenada, Mississippi.
Kevard Brown, wide receiver, Grenada, Mississippi.
Thomas Cox, long snapper, Fulton, Mississippi.
Hayden Franklin, punter, Farnside, Mississippi. Kel Comer, kicker, Caledonia, Mississippi.
Johnny Langford, defensive end, Montgomery, Alabama.
Marvin Willis, defensive tackle, Cleveland, Mississippi.
Rico Pickens, defensive tackle, Memphis, Tennessee.
Taker Rutherford, linebacker, Aberdeen, Mississippi.
Kamara Robinson, linebacker, Macon, Mississippi. Charles Moore, linebacker, Kansas City, Mississippi.
Dalton Combs, linebacker, Nelson, Mississippi. Tyrese Quinn, cornerback, Kansas City, Mississippi.
Cortez Davis, defensive back, DeKalb County, Georgia.
BJ Williams, defensive back, Aberdeen, Mississippi.
Kenneth Martin, defensive back, Columbus, Mississippi.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare.
Gotta be well done.
Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that.
Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
$2.99 for a car hop classic. What a steal.
Steal. That's a heist. Put this on.
Oh, disguise.
I don't think I can eat in this.
It's all part of the plan, my friend.
Get a quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a Slinger Plus Tots for $2.99. Try it today. Sonic's Double Stuffed Oreo Waffle Cone. Made from Oreo wafers, layered with sweet Oreo cream, real ice cream, and Oreo cookie pieces. Talk about Oreo overload. Try one before they're gone.
And welcome back to the Davis Ford pregame show as Adam Gore, Jim Ingram getting set for this First American National Bank opening kickoff here on Military Appreciation Night in Fulton. Jim, Military Appreciation Night, something that has been a long tradition here at ICC, is something that's near and dear to our hearts here. Without the men and women and their families, a lot of times the families don't get the credit they deserve for the sacrifice they pay to help protect our freedoms. We wouldn't be able to be here tonight to enjoy a game like football.
No doubt about it, Adam. We talk about our men and women in the armed forces that are away in other countries, and think about this: we got men and women in the National Guard probably going to check on that hurricane right now.
Yes.
They've been deported. So a lot of people do a lot of good, and we want to honor the men and women that take care of us here at ICC and throughout the nation.
Absolutely. We're going to have a special presentation of the game ball from the care flight that will be landing on the field here. Jim, you talk about that right now. 4,000 members, 4,000 individuals from Mississippi is National Guard members from Mississippi are currently deployed in Kuwait right now. So, they're out doing that. We are partnering tonight with the American Legion Post out of Tupelo to collect some things to be able to send to them. We do want to encourage you now, if you weren't able to bring stuff tonight or would like to donate to that, to visit the American Legion Post 49 Facebook page, and they can tell you more on how you can donate and be a part of that.
No doubt about it, Adam. It's for a great cause. If you're not able to donate tonight, please go to, as he mentioned, the Facebook page, American Legion Post, and donate some more.
Absolutely, as the North Mississippi Medical Center Care Flight helicopter has touched down here at midfield. We'll have a special presentation at halftime, as well as we'll obviously take you to the field for that presentation. Jim, just one of the many unique features that you get to see whenever you come to ICC. Not too often you see, in a good way, a helicopter landing on the football field.
Yes, glad to see them coming here, and there's nothing going on wrong here, but we appreciate what North Mississippi Medical Center is doing. Special presentation getting ready to happen right now, Adam.
Absolutely, as they're going to deliver the game ball to the field right now. They're going to be met by Dr. Allen and our honorary captains this evening here in Fulton. We do want to remind you that if you are watching here on Let'sGoICCTV.com, we appreciate it. But if you're away from your computer, you can always listen on ESPN 95.1 The Fan. That's ESPN 95.1 The Fan FM, our news home for ICC Athletics, 25,000 watt radio station, proud to be a part of the ICC broadcast this year. So we're going to see the helicopter take off one more time and then have the pregame presentation of the game ball. It's slipping my mind who it's going to right now, and I greatly apologize, but it's someone that we have a current member of the ICC family actually deployed to Kuwait, and it's his mother and her and his brothers and sisters, I believe, in this situation that she's being presented. And Jim, I think you may have that information.
I've got Ashley Brown,
yes,
who's a member of our ICC staff.
Yes.
And Ashley is a very honored member of our ICC staff, and she mentioned it's deployed at this time.
Absolutely. So the Itawamba Community College extends a special welcome to the family of Captain John Ashley Brown. As you said, a member of the Itawamba Community College faculty, who is in the company commander of Bravo Troop, the Boonville unit, which is in the 198th Squadron within the currently deployed 155th Brigade. Representing Captain Brown are his wife, Mandy, who is the Family Readiness Group President, and children Xander, Hope, and Gunner, as they'll be joined at midfield here in a moment. Don't think your radio or your audio on your live stream is messing up right now as the helicopter is taking off. And I tell you what, it is causing quite the wind stir down there on the field.
That's a little fresh air right there, Adam.
It is. It's giving us a nice little breeze here as you see it drifting off into the night. A very beautiful sunset happening behind us here, but a very beautiful look at campus right there. I do want to thank Bronson Payne up top running the camera, Raphael Henry on the sideline shooting highlights. You also have Lee Adams shooting photos for ICCimages.com. You can order those images online, or you can actually download them for only $1. As we go to the field now for this special presentation of the game ball. And Jim, as we said, a very special moment. Let's take you to the field.
Special welcome to the family of Captain John Ashley Brown, member of the Itawamba Community College faculty, who is the company commander for Bravo Troop, the Boonville unit, which is in the 198th Squadron within the currently deployed 155th Brigade. Representing Captain Brown are his wife, Mandy, who is the Family Readiness Group President, and children Xander, Hope, Gunner, and Wyatt. They join ICC President Dr. Jay Allen, who will present a ceremonial game ball in recognition and commemoration of Captain Brown's service to our country and this region. Please join me in welcoming Mandy, Xander, Gunner, and Wyatt Brown.
And a very special moment there before the game. You know, that's got to mean a lot to his family. And we do want to send a very special thank you for anybody that might be overseas watching right now this broadcast that is serving our country. And thank yous are not enough, Jim.
No doubt about it. And Godspeed to Ashley Brown and all the men he is with and women he's with, and keep them healthy and safe.
We're going to take one more time out and come back with that First American National Bank opening kickoff, which we're about 3.5 minutes away from here on ESPN Radio and Let'sGoICCTV.com.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here. It's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
Did you know your child's eyes can be checked as young as 6 months of age? They do not have to know their letters or even be able to talk in order to receive a comprehensive eye exam. Your eye doctor can tell you many things just by looking at them. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide proper diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your eye appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
Best pizza, New York style.
No way. Chicago deep dish.
No. White pie.
Half veggies, half meat.
Just cheese.
No. Pepperoni. Extra crunchy.
Truly. Has to be gluten-free.
Pop it with arugula.
No, basil.
Eggplant. Dude, really?
That's not pizza. Come on.
Pizza. And a Coke.
You got that right. 2 Cokes, please.
My pizza goes best with a Coke.
An ice cold Coke.
Only with a Coke.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as that First American National Bank opening kickoff just about 30 seconds away here from Fulton. ICC won the toss, elect to receive to start the first half, Mr. Jim. So, any final thoughts before we put the brakes on the Davis Ford pregame show?
Adam, we need a quick start tonight. We mentioned we've gotten off to some slow starts. I feel like we've got a good crowd, a lot of enthusiasm. Beautiful night for football. Feel like some good things going to happen here early for the Indians.
Absolutely. As East Mississippi takes the field across the way, they'll be wearing their red helmets, white shirts, red pants. ICC will be the opposite. They'll be wearing their blue helmets, red shirts, white pants, as we're just moments away from that First American National Bank opening kickoff. First American National Bank, a proud supporter of their local communities and ICC athletics with locations serving you from Iuka to Tupelo. Just follow the flag to the First American National Bank location near you. And so it'll be East Mississippi to tee things off here, as it looks like it will be number 35, Josh Smith. He is a freshman out of Tupelo High School that will be set to tee things off here for the Lions. Back to return for the Indians is going to be number 9, Hiram Waddington on the far side of the field. Near side of the field is number 18, and that's Cortez Davis. So the Speedsters back to return this First American National Bank opening kickoff.
Adam, Cortez Davis is averaging over 30 yards of return, and I'd like to see about a 70-yarder right now.
Big time there. So we're just moments away from this First American National Bank opening kickoff, and it's on its way as we're kicking off at 6:30. Is going to be returned by Waddington, and that's coming from the 7-yard line. He's going to be wrapped up and tackled after he crosses the 25 out to the 26-yard line. We're to be a first down. This first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox.
Adam, who's starting quarterback tonight for the Indians?
And it's going to be Clark Mills that's going to come out and get the start tonight. And I think Clark earned a lot of respect of his coaches and teammates last week when he came over to the coach, Cook, and said, "Coach, I'm here when you need me."
He played very well in the third and fourth quarter.
And so he'll be out of the shotgun with Waddington in the backfield. 2 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side, and a tight end. And it's going to be a give to the lone running back in the backfield. He's going to be spun forward, hit, and bounce backwards. A gain of only 2 yards that time for Hiram.
Gain of 2, Adam. Second day. We just started. We're glad you're listening. We're glad you're watching us on television. 14:40 left in the first quarter. East Mississippi, the number 1 team in the nation, 0. ICC, 0.
So it'll be a 2nd down and 8 situation here for ICC. getting the play call from the sideline. Mills sending it out to his teammates. Same set as before. 2 receivers near side. Waddington is your running back, and there is a tight end. Play action pass. And, Jim, that's just kind of been a problem for the Indians. Those short routes, they tend to kind of short on them.
Incomplete, Adam. 3rd down, 3rd and 8 for the Indians. Possession down. 14-16 left in the first quarter. Of course, no score.
So as Jim mentioned, a possession down here for the Indians. Clock is stopped with 4:16. 3 receivers on the near side of the field. East Mississippi kind of standing everybody up, a bull rush type situation here out of the Lions. And I tell you what, that defensive front of East Mississippi, if you're an offensive lineman, it's a nightmare. So Mills awaiting the snap, gets it. Pressure coming up the middle now. He's going to try to avoid it, and they get him. And that's going to be a sack for a loss of 4 yards that time on Mills.
Adam, they brought about 7 players, and they're all standing up, so it's hard to pick out who you're blocking. They shifted around. Give them credit. It looked like number 47 got there first, Kitchen, who's defensive lineman from Batesville, Mississippi, South Panola High School.
Number 48, Hayden Franklin.
This will be Hayden Franklin on to kick. And, Jim, if they have any type of scouting report, we expect to see a lot of pressure. Actually, the Lions don't bring much pressure at all. This punt is popped straight up in the air, but it's going to take an Indian roll, and it's going to bounce down just shy of the 35-yard line. Let's call it about the 36, maybe 37-yard line is where East Mississippi will start it. And, Jim, there's no secret what East Mississippi likes to do, pedal to the metal when they're on the field offensively.
No doubt about it. And the punt was not returned, so it's a pretty good punt, about a net of 38 to 40 yards. Good job by our punting team.
V.J. Miller will come out as the starting quarterback for East Mississippi. It was kind of a question on who would get the start. East Mississippi going to go 3 receivers near side, 1 receiver on the far side of the field. They do have a running back in the backfield. So Miller getting the start. He's looking to throw. First attempt of the game, he looked downfield, and now it's going to be hit, and he is going to be stacked up around the line of scrimmage. Good delay pressure that time by the Indians. Miller recognized it, and looked like East Mississippi was going to try to load up and go big on the first play.
Good job by our defense. No one was open. Got a little pressure on him, Adam. He got back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down, 2nd and 10. First quarter, 13-10 left in the first quarter, no score.
So no gain on the play as he was able to get back to the original line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10. This time it's going to be a give into the backfield. Running back breaks off 1 tackle. There's another tackle miss, and it's going to be about a 15-yard gain that time. I believe that was number 20, Deion McIntosh. And, yeah, I know a little bit about this guy.
Deion McIntosh, believe it or not, and this is true, played at Notre Dame last year.
Yeah, one of those that kind of got lost in the shuffle last season. 3rd leading rusher despite only playing 4 or 5 games last year for my Irish. So 1st down and 10. Going to throw this one out to the flats. It is complete, and it's going to be a minimum gain, and actually a pretty good gain after he split between a couple of defenders. Let's call that a gain of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yards.
Boykin took the pass, broke a couple of tackles. Give him 5, Adam. You said 2nd and 5. 12:30 left in the first quarter, no score.
So the Lions quickly moving down the field in chunks right now. 2nd down and 5 situation here for the Lions. Miller gets the snap. Wanting to throw, now goes out wide. Little bubble screen pass, and it's set up nicely. Just one man to beat, and he's going to get past and through, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Lions. Jim.
Too quick, Adam.
Yep.
Pass to Adrian Miller, sophomore wide receiver from West Marion High School. Roughly about 40 yards touchdown pass. 6-0 Lions here. 12-12 left in the first quarter. Extra point pending.
Yeah, that was quick. A Miller-to-Miller connection that time goes for 6, and now we're awaiting the extra point here. As East Mississippi, was that 4 plays?
I believe so.
Was able to get that one down there in a hurry. So we're waiting the snap here. The snap was a little high, but the hold was good, and the kick is through. So just like that, East Mississippi quickly takes a 7-0 lead here over the Indians. Let's take a timeout, hear a word from our sponsors. We'll be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com and ESPN Mississippi 95.1 The Fan.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 7-0 is your score here. ICC saw East Mississippi move down the field in a hurry. A lot of people see East Mississippi do that. The number one team in the country leading 7-0 here. 12-12 to go in the first quarter. Jim, need a good return and see if we can't get an answer here on the other end. This kick is going to be angled towards the side. It's going to go out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good kick that time off the foot of Smith.
Adam, it's early. Yes, they took control, got a touchdown in less than 3 minutes, but we got the ball now. Get the crowd into the ball game. Let's get a good drive here and get some yardage. Find a way to put some points on the board.
So it'll be a 1st down and 10 situation. The ball with the touchback is going to be spotted out to the 25-yard line. ICC breaking out. It's still going to be Clark Mills in at quarterback. A new running back this time is Deshaun Dinkins. ICC drops the tight end and goes 2 wide on both sides of the football. So waiting the snap here to Mills, a freshman quarterback out of North Pontotoc. Zips it out wide. That's Thomas on the completion. A gain of about 3 on the play. So just a good quick out that time. See if you couldn't slip off a tackle and break it for a long run after catch, but nice open field tackle that time by the Lions.
Still positive, Adam. Getting a little rhythm here. Threw the ball, made a good catch, 3 or 4 yards.
So it's going to be a 2nd down and 7 situation here now. 3 wide at the bottom of your screen if you're watching on Let'sGoICCTV.com. Mills, slant right over the middle. That's back to Thomas, and Thomas is going to be just shy of that 1st down marker, so give him credit for a gain of 6. So back-to-back passes hauled in that time by Thomas, and now the Indians start to move the chains a little bit.
Good job by Clark. Got the ball to Jamel. Outstanding receiver. 3rd down, less than a yard. Adam, possession play. 11-19 left in the first quarter. East Mississippi 7, ICC 0.
Yeah, East Mississippi anticipating the run here, stacking the box. And it's going to be Dinkins. He's going to lower his head, and that second effort gets through. Nice run that time by Deshaun Dinkins. Needed 1 yard, got 2. Big time pickup of a 1st down there. That pickup being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox.
Good job by the English. Trey Towns came in as extra tight end. Good blocking up front. Got the 1st down, Adam.
So the Indians with a fresh set of downs now. The ball is out to the 36-yard line. Mills. Looked like a delay from the get-go that time, as it was a design delay, and he's going to go for a gain of 2 for Mills.
Still positive yardage, Adam. Not a loss of yardage. We need that. 2nd down, 2nd and 8. 10:30 left in the first quarter. East Mississippi 7, ICC 0.
See Jim Ingram of WTVA on the sideline. Also saw Tom Ebel earlier of WCBI out shooting highlights of tonight's game. You can see those on their respective channels tonight at 10. 2nd down and 8. Play action, pressure is coming, and Mills just disappeared in a sea of white. It was almost just meet me at the quarterback, and that's going to be a big loss there. It's going to put the Indians behind the chains here on 3rd down. Looks like it's going to be about 3rd down and 15.
Adam, Cy Martin got in there first. Cy Martin was at LSU last year. Now it's at East Mississippi.
So it is going to be a loss of 5. It actually bring up 3rd down and 14. And that's what we said, Jim. That front line of East Mississippi is good. They all got D1 transfers coming in. Mills getting set to pass. Loads up, tries to go out wide. Nobody there that time. Maybe a little miscue on the route as he was looking for a stop and go, and the pass falls harmlessly to the turf. And so now we'll bring up another punting situation here for the Indians. So, Jim, as we talked about, one of the things the Indians are going to have to do a little bit better job of tonight is going to be special teams. First punt was pretty good. Didn't have a return on it. We'll see if East Mississippi elects to bring a little more extra pressure this time. So 4th and long. Snapback is good. Protection is good, and this is a good kick. High kick. Fair catch called for, and it's going to be taken. And it's going to be right about the 31-yard line is where East Mississippi will have it with a 1st down and 10. Jim, you can tell the Indians paid a little bit extra attention to that punting unit this week.
No doubt. It's about a 35-yard punt, but the key, it was high and there's no return. You look at return yardage on the punt, we'll take a net 35 yards every time.
So it'll be a 1st down and 10 situation here. The ball is at the 31-yard line for East Mississippi. They lead 7-0. And it looks like V.J. Miller is still going to be your quarterback for East Mississippi. 3 receivers here on the near side of the field, 1 alone on the far side of the field, running back in the backfield. East Mississippi kind of going over their signals on who to block. Snap back is good. Miller plenty of time to throw. Loads up going downfield. He's got a man wide open down the sideline, and that is going to be caught for a touchdown. Check the field for some laundry. No. And that was a 69-yard touchdown toss.
No doubt about it. And it wasn't terrible coverage. Let's give Miller credit. He put it on the money, hit the receiver in stride. Our man was just a little bit behind him. You had to throw a perfect pass. Guess what? He threw a perfect pass. Good catch. Give him credit. Touchdown.
Absolutely. That looked like the play they were going to try to load up and go for on first down a while ago. Jim, I missed who caught that touchdown pass.
I missed who caught it, too. We got now Dontario Drummond, the sophomore from Laurel, Mississippi, 69-yard pass and catch.
So Drummond gets that. The kick is up, and the kick is good off the foot of Smith. Let's keep it here since we just came out of a break. 14-0 now is your score, East Mississippi. And Jim, got to make some adjustments.
You got to make adjustments. You don't hang your head. You've got to play hard. You got to play as teammates. You do not give up. You keep hustling. And we've done this before. We've gotten behind and come back. Yes, I know this is a different animal we're playing tonight, but we got to suck it up and play hard and see what we can do.
Yeah, and if you're East Mississippi, let's look on that side. You got the start you wanted. You got the long, methodical drive, the previous drive. Then you got the home run ball on that first strike there on first down. With 9:22 to go in the first quarter, you're leading 14-0 points on each possession.
You give Miller credit. That ball was on the money. Drummond caught it in stride. Nothing you can do.
Yeah, now he did not play last year. He was playing professional baseball with the Padres organization, coming back to play a little football this year. You know, it could be one of those situations where he might have a chance to double dip if he has another impressive year at quarterback, and so far so good at the start of this one.
He's looking pretty good.
This First American National Bank kickoff is going to be angled towards the side, and it's going to be Hiram Waddington taking it at the 4-yard line. Waddington trying to get up the middle of the field, does so, lowers his head, and runs over the would-be tackler and got the ball out to the 36-yard line. That was just a big boy run on the part of Hiram that time. And a first down for the Indians, a good return.
Good return. Maybe we get a little momentum here. As we mentioned, we're down with 9 minutes left in the first quarter. East Mississippi 14, ICC 0.
Yeah, and right now ICC's just got to find something offensively. They do have one first down on the evening. Going to try to see if they can string something together here. So 9:06 to play here in the first quarter. 14-0. East Mississippi in control early. ICC trying to stick together a drive here, see if they can put some points on the board. This is going to be a give to Waddington. Slips by one guy, gets across the 50, and it's going to be upended as he crosses over into the positive side of the field. Big run that time. A gain of from 36 to 46. How many yards was that,
About
Jim?
25 yards, I'd say.
25 is what we're going to call that. And so the Indians move the chains with with another first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. Good patient run that time by Waddington, let traffic clear. Going to give it to him again, now trying to bounce it to the outside. Bounces off the line, and then it's going to fight forward for a gain of about 1 on the play. Maybe if the referee is nice, will give us 2. And looks like that's going to be the case there. Forward progress stopped at the 44. So 3 carries, 29 yards unofficially for Hiram Waddington.
Adam, we think Waddington can be special. And let's give our offensive line credit. On the play before that one, when we went for about 25 yards, there were some holes there. Waddington took advantage. Good job by Hiram.
Second down and 8. 8:12 to go here in the first quarter of play. ICC trying to march down the field on their own here as Mills gets set to throw, zips it downfield, and it's caught. Nicely done that time. As let's take a look at that on the Little Caesars instant replay as that one moves the ball, and it'll be another first down for the Indians.
Great job by Clark Mills, hitting Austin Watkins from Tupelo. We got a drive going here, Adam. First and 10 Indians at the 27 of East Mississippi.
A gain of, I believe, 16 on that pass now, so the Indians trying to march down the field here. Mills still your quarterback. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Mills looking to throw. Throws it out to the flats, and it's complete. And that's going to go for a gain, I believe, of another first down for the Indians, as that was Jalen Gale hauling that one in.
The freshman from Olive Branch, get him involved, trying to get multiple receivers involved. Another first down, Adam.
And so another nice move down the field here by the Indians, as ICC now has moved the ball to the 12-yard line.
17.
17, yes. 17-yard line. I was looking at the scoreboard. It says the ball on the 12, but it's actually on the 17. As Mills with it now, gets the snap. Plenty of time to throw, zips it out to the flats, and it's caught. That's Jamel Thomas going for a very positive gain of 12 that time.
First and goal, Indians at the 6-yard line. 7:19 left in the first quarter. East Mississippi 14, ICC 0, but we're knocking on the door.
Jim, I think if there was any question marks surrounding the quarterback decision right now, Clark Mills is slowly starting to erase that. And a timeout's going to be taken here by East Mississippi as ICC is knocking on the door. We're going to take the timeout with them. We'll be back with more after we hear a word from our sponsors. You're listening to ICC Football on ESPN Mississippi 95.1 The Fan and watching here on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
$2.99 for a car hop classic. What a steal.
Steal. That's a heist. Put this on.
Disguise.
I don't think I can eat in this.
It's all part of the plan, my friend.
Get a quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a Slinger Plus Tots for $2.99. Try it today. Sonic's Double Stuffed Oreo Waffle Cone, made from Oreo wafers, layered with sweet Oreo cream, real ice cream, and Oreo cookie pieces. Talk about Oreo overload. Try one before they're gone.
And welcome back as we reset out of the timeout. 7:08 to play here in the first quarter. 14-0 East Mississippi with lead, but ICC knocking on the door. First and goal to go here from the 6.
Two tight ends, Adam. Big back in the backfield. Looks like a running formation.
Waddington is that running back, and he'll get the carry. Now he's going to zip through the line, fights forward, and inside the 5-yard line down to about maybe the 2 or the 3. Yes, they're going to give him the 2, so a gain of 4 on the play. Excuse me, that was actually Dinkins, the running back.
And two tight ends. It looks like we'll try to run the ball again from the 2-yard line.
And the give is going to be to Dinkins. He's going to try to bully his way forward. He fights forward, and no.
To the 1.
Going to be inside the 1-yard line, so a gain on the play, but there is a flag down. So, let's hope we don't see a replay of last week. Every time the Indians got something good going, penalties would come back and kind of haunt them.
How about offsides? That would help.
So the referees are going to talk this one over here.
If it's offsides, we take it in this second and goal from the 1.
And so the referee is going to come out and tell us what's up. And that is the case. Offsides on the defense. And apparently the microphone is not working, so the Indians will accept the penalty. So half the distance to the goal, and it'll be a second down and goal to go here. A little bit closer for the Indians. And Jim, the Indians punch in the mouth quickly, but looks like they kind of got a little counter here, trying to strike right back.
She mentioned Adam, second and goal. The ball's at the 1.5.
The 1-yard line for ICC.
So waiting the snap here to Mills. The give is going to be to Dinkins. Dinkins, though, hit in the backfield. Nice job that time. Fred Hervey coming in, and it's going to hit him for a loss on the play. So he just came off the end that time and put a little big boy football, a loss of 1.
Adam, they know that we've got a 2 tight end package. Maybe we'll throw from this 2 tight end package. Third and goal, the ball's at the 2.
Well, you got to think, Jim, playing the number 1 team in the country, want to pull off an upset. Is this 4-down territory early on for the Indians? Mills want to give it more time to Dinkins, and Dinkins is going to be hitting the backfield. And guess who? Once again, Hervey. It's almost like he was in the backfield waiting on the Indians that time. It looks like they are going to send in the kicking unit to come away with some points.
Good job by the offense. We need to get this 3, get a little momentum here, Adam.
So winning this extra point here off the foot of Caleb Comer. And so ICC going to try to just come away with points in this situation. I like the call as we await the kick here from Comer. Snap's a good one. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So that 19-yard field goal attempt is good there. So the Indians wanted 6. Just came away with 3, and I think they'll take it there, Jim. So a nice drive. We'll keep it here. Nice answer that time by the Indians.
Adam, you had to have some points. It would have been a punch in the gut if they stopped us on 4th down from the 2-yard line. We walk that way there with 0 points. So we got 3 points, maybe get a little momentum, get the defense some spark. We got to stop them defensively. They scored too easily on us. As you mentioned, 14-3, East Mississippi, 5:23 left in the first quarter. positive move by the offense. They moved the ball down the field roughly about 70 yards, I believe, Adam.
We do want to remind you about Cagle Eye Center. The Cagle Eye Center has been providing professional and comprehensive eye care to the people of Itawamba County and the surrounding areas. They're located at 402 Access Road in Fulton. Set up your appointment today by calling 862-EYES. That's 862-EYES to set up your appointment for Cagle Eye Center.
Number 89, Caleb Comer,
to get your eyes checked.
on to attempt this first American kickoff.
So it'll be a first American National Bank kickoff here for the Indians. And it'll come off the foot of Caleb Comer. Pair of players back to receive.
Number 21, DJ Clayton.
As this looks like this is going to be number 21, DJ Clayton, along with, I think that is Brandon Boykin. I can't really tell. Yes, it is.
Number 7.
And it's going to be taken at the 6-yard line by the Lions, trying to get to the middle of the field. Turning up the middle, it's got a block and 2, and now it's going to go ahead, and a nice return by the Lions as it's going to get out near the 40. They're actually going to, wow, what a favorable spot. Looked like he was hit down about the 39, but they're going to spot it down at the 41 where the Lions will have it 1st and 10.
Tyron Reed made the tackle for our team, the freshman from New Hope High School. They are on mark at 41-yard line, 1st and 10, East Mississippi. 5:14 left in the first quarter. East Mississippi Lions 14, ICC Indians 3.
So it'll be a first down here for the Lions.
From their own 41-yard line. I believe BJ's still in at quarterback. He's played very well the first quarter, Adam. Got to give him credit. See if our defense can step up here. Really need a turnover right now.
So his give is going to be to the long running back in the backfield. Goes forward for a solid gain of about 3 on the play. And that's going to be Dion McIntosh, the Notre Dame transfer, on the carry. So a solid pickup there. So we're bringing up a 2nd down and 7 situation here for the Lions. Miller still your quarterback. 3 on the far side of the field. Miller stepping back. Plenty of time to throw. Now pressure comes. And I tell you what, give credit to number 63 for the Indians. That's Marvin Willis, able to come up and get a hand on that one to bat it down. The pass falls incomplete. And for the first time today, we've seen East Mississippi in a 3rd and long situation. 3rd down and 7.
Good job by Marvin. I believe he's a freshman from Cleveland High School in Cleveland, Mississippi. Putting a little pressure on BJ. Big down here, 3rd and 7, possession down.
4:48 to go here in the first quarter. ICC trailing 14-3 to number 1 East Mississippi. ICC showing pressure off the end. Zips it across the middle. He's going to be hit and stopped. And it's going to be about a yard shy of the first down. Decision-making time right now, Mr. Jim. If you're East Mississippi, you've got the ball at the 50-yard line. Your defense has played well, even though you just gave up 3 points. Yeah, there's no question they're going to go for it here on 4th down.
No doubt about it, Adam. They're not even looking at the bench hardly. 4th and 1, possession down here.
So awaiting the snap here as it'll be a 4th down and 1 at the 50. The give is going to be to McIntosh. He was tripped up in the backfield, but able to stumble forward. Needed 1, got 3 or 4 on the pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
1st and 10 Lions. 4:15 left in the first quarter. 14-3, East Mississippi up here in the first quarter.
So it'll be another first down. This first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. So East Mississippi on the move again. Give is going to be to McIntosh. Oh, my goodness. He was hit and stacked up in the backfield as that was a pop. As that was Robinson. We have an Indian down on the field, but what a big-time hit there by Robinson. Let's take a look at that one more time on your Little Caesars instant replay. Jim, that was a big boy hit there.
No, that Combs had him low and had him stood up, and Robinson tattooed him.
Yeah, still got a gain of 1 on the play. Let's take a break with this injury on the field. Back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com and ESPN Radio 95.1 The Fan.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
You could say it's about the clubs. You could say it's about the ball. You could even say it's about the course or the weather. But what it really comes down to is consistency. and hard work. Over and over and over again. At Renaissance, we understand consistency. We understand hard work. Most importantly, we understand you. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
When I was looking for a college back in the day, you know, I'm from Amory, Mississippi, just 30 minutes down the road, and I'm a homebody, and I had to commute, and I said, I need to go to a college that's not too far from home. And I heard of ICC. And once I stepped on campus, I knew this is the junior college I need to be at. I didn't think of another college. I said, this is it. When I stepped on campus, the atmosphere, it just was drawn to me, and I felt like this is where I belong. I belong here at Itawamba Community College, because at that moment, I knew this is the best junior college on the planet. This is where I need to be. This is where I was planted, and that's why I am what I am today, because of Itawamba Community College.
And that was Marvin Willis.
Glad to see him walk out his own power.
He was shaking up a play. He did gain 1 yard on that last carry, so now it'll be a 2nd down and 9 situation. Little drag route on the delay screen, and it's going to be able to go for a big gain across the 30. Gets a big block inside the 25. Jim, that was just good protection up front and a great play call on the part of East Mississippi.
Good job, East Mississippi. Got the ball to Connor, the freshman from Hattiesburg, which sent Dalton Combs on a little blitz, and then he threw it right where Dalton was.
So East Mississippi quickly down the field once again, leading 14-3 with 3:29 to go here. The give is going to be to McIntosh. Cuts it back up the middle, bounces off one guy up the middle, up across the 10, down to about the 5-yard line. And another big pickup there, Jim, of about 20 yards, making 18 yards on the carry for McIntosh.
First and goal, ball's at ICC's 7-yard line. Need to play some strong defense here, Adam.
First and goal for East Mississippi. Ball spotted at
So
the
first and
7-yard
goal,
line.
the ball is at the 7-yard line. The give is going to be to McIntosh once again, just weaving his way through traffic, and he is going to easily walk into the end zone there for McIntosh on the 7-yard score as East Mississippi adds 6 more.
Adam is great blocking. He took his time, looked upfield, found the hole, and he went in untouched from 7 yards out. Good blocking by the lines. They answered our field goal with a touchdown.
So winning the PAT here, as East Mississippi has scored on all 3 of their drives to start the contest here. As this is number 35, Josh Smith, on to attempt the kick. Snap back's a good one. The kick nearly blocked that time, but was able to go through the hands of the ICC defender. Makes it 21-3 now, East Mississippi. Let's keep it here since we just came out of that extended break due to the injury. Jim, as advertised, East Mississippi, them boys good.
They're very good. They got a lot of talent. You know, as we mentioned, they recruit well. They get some talent from some major colleges that come back to East Mississippi. Nothing wrong with that. That's legal. Nothing wrong with that. Plus, they recruit well. They got outstanding coaches. Good team chemistry. They're a good football team.
So 3:12 to go here. ICC trails 21-3. And a very spirited huddle that time for the Indians as they came to the sideline. I think Coach Sean Cannon just wants to see some intensity out of his guys. So this is going to be another First American National Bank kickoff here. It'll be Josh Smith. Looks like Waddington will be back to return it, along with Quay Tucker, number 6, one of the new returners, back there for the Indians. 21-3, 3:12 to go here in the first quarter. We want to thank you for tuning in here on ESPN 95.1 The Fan, your new home for ICC athletics. We'll have basketball, baseball, softball, and those weekly updates coming your way each weekday here on ESPN 95.1 The Fan.
And the magical voice of Adam Gore.
And then the ball is just going to be fumbled out of bounds.
Did he fumble?
Yes, he did. He caught it, dropped it, and the ball is going to go out at the 1. Jim, when it rains, it pours, and right now it's pouring on the Indians, and great things going the way of East Mississippi right now. And so, yeah, now the Indians got to turn around and drive this thing 99 yards to pay dirt. The biggest problem is the Indians have been having problems a lot of time when East Mississippi brings the house of picking up positive yardage.
Adam, let's go 99. Let's go.
I like it.
21-3, 3:09 left in the first quarter. East Mississippi up on ICC.
That time update being brought to you by the ICC Indian delegation, reminding you it's time to set up your visit to ICC. Visit iccms.edu for more information on how you can tour campus and become a part of the ICC family. And the handoff is going to be in the backfield, and it's going to be Dinkins, I believe, is going to get the ball out to about the 4-yard line. So it's going to go a 3-yard gain that time for Dinkins. Jim got positive yardage, a little bit of breathing room, but that collar's still pretty tight inside the 5.
No, and that's good push-ups up front. As you mentioned, got 3 yards. 2nd and 7 from our own 4-yard line.
Clock rolling now, 2:45 to play. 21-3, East Mississippi with the lead here in the first quarter. And
oh yeah,
what a catch! That looked like a pick 6. Tip drill hauled in by Thomas.
It counts as a completion, and we needed that for a first down. And believe me, we were fortunate.
We were very, very fortunate that time. As you saw there on the Little Caesars instant replay, that goes for a gain of 10, 6 of 8 unofficially for 60 yards for Clark Mills. And at quarterback, play action. Mills is going to run a little bubble screen here. It's going to be Austin Watkins getting across the 20, still following some blocks near the 30. And another big pickup there. Nice call on the screen pass that time, a gain of 14.
Good job, good pass, good running by Austin. Got some blocks downfield. I thought he made the wrong cut at first. He stayed on his feet, made some positive yardage.
Good play calling from Coach Chad Cook on the sideline to get the Indians out of the shadows of their own goalpost. The ball now at the 29. Mills, this ball's tipped, trouble, and it's going to be hauled in by a receiver. One of those, if you're the receiver, bat it down. I know you big boys want to get in the action, and that officially goes for a completion to number 55 for a loss of 5.
Shed Ross, his first completion of the year. Good hands. I wish he'd batted it down, though.
Received by number 55, Shed Ross for the Indians at the 24-yard line.
So, yeah, just a break there.
For the Indians.
Or a break there for East Mississippi.
Might be a free play. Nah, I believe they're offsides, Adam. They stopped the play.
And it is going to be a offsides. The early indication contact was made that time, the reason why the play was called dead. So Jim just kind of got a break there, as it's just going to give us that yardage loss on that last completion.
As you mentioned, Adam, it's 2nd down, 2nd and 10. 1:37 left in the first quarter. Your score, East Mississippi 21, ICC 3.
So fresh set, or excuse me, no, it's 2nd down and 10 after the penalty yardage knocked off on East Mississippi. East showing their defense, now going to make some adjustments here after Mills comes up and calls out the audible. 3 receivers on far side of the field. Mills zips it across the middle, and Austin Watkins saw a white shirt in front of him, and that's what you call the alligator arms that time, Jim. He wanted nothing to do with that football.
3rd down and 10 for the
A lot of coverage back there. They were only rushed forward. They had 7 in coverage, and Adam, sometimes looks like they got 12 or 13 players on the field. I'm going to count how many players they got, but they got 11 good football players, and they're quick and fast.
Very, very athletic is this East Mississippi defense. As we said, a lot of people compared them to that 2013, I believe, defense that was lights out that season. So 3rd down and 10. Bobbled the snap. Mills is going to be hit and dropped, and that's going to be another Sonic sack, and that's going to belong to number 27. That's Josh Miller, as East Mississippi sent the house that time, a loss of 5.
No doubt about it. Josh came from West Marion High School, sophomore defensive back. As you mentioned, Adam, play before, they covered with 7. This time they covered with 5. I think they sent 6 players, got to us on the blitz.
So another punt coming up here for the Indians. Franklin awaiting the ball at his 10-yard line. Had to go down and get it. Now steps into it. And this ball is going to be returnable, as is a low angle now picked up at about the 47-yard line is where he's going to be hit and dropped. So a return, they're actually going to say a return of 1 yard, as that was number 21 on the return. That was DJ Clayton for the Lions. And he ran a long way, and it looks like they're actually going to say no return on it that time. They're going to mark it back to the 47 where he caught the ball. So still worked. No return in yards, even though he did return it.
Well, Adam, got to play defense now. We've got to get a big stop here. Need a stop.
3 receivers on the far side of the field. VJ Miller still your quarterback here for the Lions. 1 receiver near side. There is a running back in the backfield in front of Miller. Pressure coming. Pass is complete, and it's going to go for a gain of about 13 on the play. We'll see if East Mississippi elects to rush up to the line of scrimmage. Or no, the clock will actually stop, and they're going to spot the football. They're going to start running, so they will be able to get off another play here. And that's going to go for a gain of about 13. So it'll be a 1st down and 10 here as the ball is across at the 39-yard line. This is going to be a give to the running back in the backfield. That's McIntosh. He's hitting the backfield, still trying to fight forward, and finally drugged down, and looks like that's going to be a loss of about 5 on the play for McIntosh, and that will probably do it for the first quarter of play, as we're now inside 10 seconds to go here in the first quarter. I say that the Lions are once again pedal to the metal, trying to get the snap off, and they're not going to get it off in time, as that's going to do it for the end of the first quarter. First quarter that belonged to East Mississippi. 21-3 is your score. We're going to take a timeout here. A few words from our sponsors, and be back with more right after this on ESPN 95.1 The Fan and Let'sGoICCTV.com.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
You could say it's about the clubs. You could say it's about the ball. You could even say it's about the course or the weather. But what it really comes down to is consistency and hard work. Over and over and over again. At Renaissance, we understand consistency. We understand hard work. Most importantly, we understand you. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set here for the start of the second quarter. It'll be a second down and 15 here for the Lions as we're getting set to start the second quarter of play. East Mississippi 21, ICC 3. Miller is going to zip it out, and the ball just bobbled and falls incomplete. Miller was tattooed on the play that time as well by number 44. That was Keyshawn Parker, the freshman from Calhoun City. Jim, we seem to always call his name whenever big hits are involved.
Keyshawn can really put a big hit on him. Put a lot of pressure that time on Miller. Got the pass off maybe a little quicker than he wanted to. Failed incomplete. Big play here, Adam. 3rd and 15, possession down. We need to get off the field defensively.
3 receivers near side of the field. Miller, your quarterback, 1 on the far side. Pressure coming for the Indians. Miller steps up and avoids it. Now he's going to try to get out and run, and he's going to be hit and dropped as he gets past the original line of scrimmage, as that was number 23 for the Indians. That was Nick Smith on the on the tackle, and that was a gain of 6, and looks like East Mississippi is going to elect to keep the offense on the field here, as it'll be about a 4th down and 9 situation here. Actually got a really good, it'll be about 4th down and 9 as they're moving the chain around. So the Indians defense need to try to make a stop here. Miller back to pass. They send it out to the flats, and it's going to be a nice open field tackle that time by number 36, Jamal Shumpert, the local product out of Itawamba HS, coming up and making the stop. So the turnover on downs for East Mississippi. Probably the right call. Go for it, because if you punt it, it's going to end up in the end zone. It's going to come out on the touchback. Nearly got the first down on about 4 yards shy.
You're right, Adam. They were no man's land. It was too far for a field goal, too short for a punt. We had to stop them all night, but we did then. It was a big possession. Good job for our defense. Needs to get some offense going here. We're down 21-3, 14-11 left in the second period.
2 receivers on both sides of the football. Clark Mills is still your quarterback here for ICC. Mills gets the snap, zips it quickly forward and in and out of the hands of the receiver. And they're going to blow it dead as East Mississippi scooped it up that time. That was borderline called. I didn't know if they were going to call it or not. That pass intended for Jalen Gale, and Gale just thought about running before he had it that time.
That's right, and he also got hit very quickly when the ball was there. Clark Mills put the ball on the money when he has time.
Yeah, I'm really surprised East Mississippi just not bringing a lot more pressure than we've seen. They have been successful tonight, especially the young man that goes by the name of Fred Hervey. The linebacker has been disrupting a lot of plays for the Indians this evening. Pressure coming off the edge. This is going to be Jamel Thomas on the bubble screen. Gets across the 40, down to about the 41-yard line. Solid pickup of about 6 that time. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 3 situation here, Jim. So a nice call on that little bubble screen.
Good job. He had one man to beat Adam. He had a lot of open green. Good tackle by East Mississippi. 13:45 left in the second period. East Mississippi 21, ICC 3.
Possession down here for the Indians. 3rd down and 3 to go here. Let's call it a long 3, as you got to get the ball fully across the 44-yard line. to pick up the first down here. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Waddington in the backfield. The Indians going for the long ball, trying to find Austin Watkins, and Watkins a double move that time, and the pass just a little too far. Watkins, if he could have found an extra gear, maybe if Mills would have took a little bit off the ball that time, would have been a good play, just overthrew him that time.
Good defense from East Mississippi. We got a punt again, Adam. We're at our own 41-yard line. 13:24 left in the second period. East Mississippi Lions 21, ICC Indians 3.
So this will be another punt coming up here for the Indians. Hayden Franklin set to put a foot into this one. The snapback's a good one. Plenty of protection. And the punt is going to go forward, and it's going to be fielded at about the 22, and he's hit and dropped. Great coverage downfield that time, and Jim, that was a long snapper. Thomas Cox coming down and making the play.
Good job by Thomas Cox. That's hard to do. Try to stop. Good receiver put a move on you, but Thomas Cox made a tackle. No return. We're playing very well right now on special teams. Need another stop on defense.
13:15 to go here until halftime. We'll have a very special halftime show, part of the Military Appreciation Night tonight here in Fulton, as it's going to be first down and 10 here from the 21 for the Lions. Miller still your quarterback. 3 receivers on the far side of the field. Quick drop. He's hit as he lets it go. Tip ball, and it's intercepted by the Indians. The ICC gets it across to 20, and there's the turnover, Jim, we've been looking for.
We needed it, Adam.
As that was number 18, Cortez Davis, coming up with the play there, and Cortez returns it to the 18. And Jim, now the Indians can kind of shift a little bit of momentum here. Really need to find a way to put 7 on the board.
No doubt about it. And Adam, I like earlier the 2 tight ends set. We were running the ball pretty well with the 2 big running backs. Maybe we'll go back to that lineup. I see that we do have 1 tight end in this time.
Yeah, checking in at tight end is number 42. That's Trey Towns. Deshaun Dinkins is your running back. Clark Mills still is your quarterback. 3 receivers here on the near side of the field. As it's going to be first and 10 from the, let's call it the 17 instead of the 18. Mills, plenty of time to throw. He's got a man wide open. That's Jamel Thomas. Thomas is going to make a move. He's going to be hit and dropped at the 1-yard line.
Good job. Jamel was open, got all the way down to the 1-yard line. First and go, Indians.
Yeah, big cushion that time for Thomas as he took a big hit there at the line of scrimmage. Thomas thought he got in, but referee said no.
And good blocking by the offensive line. Gave Clark Mills plenty of time to find his receiver.
This is going to be a give to Dinkins, and Dinkins is hitting the backfield. And Jim, guess who? Yep, Fred Hervey.
Deshaun Dinkins, loss of 2 on the play. Second and goal for ICC from the 3-yard line.
So that is going to be Dinkins hit for a loss on the play. Hervey has just been in the backfield causing problems all night for the Indians. Loss of 2. And this time it's going to be Mills in the backfield. He breaks off 1 tackle. He's going to be hit again. And Jim, guess who? Yep. It's going to be number 4, Fred Hervey.
He's just reading. He's running toward the tailback as soon as the ball snapped. He saw he didn't have that time, peeled off. Made the stop for the quarterback. What a great athlete.
So that's going to be a loss of 6 on that play. And so now the Indians, who are knocking on the door at the 1, going the wrong way in a hurry here. 3rd down and goal. The ball is at the 8-yard line. Mills getting set to throw. The ball is tipped at the line of scrimmage, and guess what? Fred Hervey with the interception.
I'm not surprised.
That was that whole drive right there. That was the Fred Hervey defensive show.
He's an outstanding freshman linebacker. You've probably heard of him in high school from Charleston, Mississippi. Excuse me, who traditionally have good high school football teams. He's a player.
Yeah, tough break there for the Indians, and that's what we said. This defense good as advertised. The Indians inside the 1-yard line, hit for a couple of tackles for a loss of about 7 yards, and then the tip drill interception picked off by East Mississippi, so ICC could not cash in on the interception they had on the other end. So now East Mississippi will have it with a first down and 10. The ball is at the 10-yard line. Miller, your quarterback. 3 receivers on the far side of the field, 1 near side for East Mississippi. They're moving right to left on your dial. Give is going to be up the middle. That's McIntosh. He's going to be hit, stacked up, and a minimum gain of 1 on the play that time by McIntosh.
Good job by the Indians stopping for a 1-yard gain.
McIntosh.
11:40 left in the second period. East Mississippi 21, ICC 3.
So the Indians defense, they've played well this season. They've just been on the field a lot. So trying to get back here and see if they can hold this East Mississippi offense and see if they can get it back for their Offense delayed blitz coming, and the pass is up forward, and a nice open field tackle that time on the part of Kenneth Martin. He was kind of left on an island that time, and it's going to go for a minimum gain of about 3 on the play. So it's going to bring up a third down, and let's call it 6 to go here for the Lions.
Possession down, Adam. 11 minutes left in the second period. We're down 21-3. Need to stop right here.
So waiting the snap. Miller gets it. Pressure coming. Zips it out, and just too far as that pass falls incomplete. Miller kind of upset with his receiver that time. Maybe not really what they wanted to do, or maybe misread the route there. And Jim, I'm going to tell you what, they're going to be pretty bold if they don't punt it away this time. But they do send in what looks to be their kicking unit.
I believe they'll punt this time, Adam. Good job, our defense.
So this is going to be Austin Watkins back to receive this punt here from East Mississippi. He's going to be standing around the 48-yard line. East Mississippi will be kicking or waiting the snap at the goal line. Snap is a good one. Pressure coming from the Indians. Nearly get on it that time. It's going to hit and take an East Mississippi roll. Watkins gets in front of it. Sidesteps one guy but cannot get past the other. Nice open field tackle that time by number 39 for East Mississippi. That was Brett Burton. Watkins a little upset with his front man in front of him, trying to, I guess, kind of bumped into him. He was trying to throw him a block that time. Just Watkins couldn't quite break out of that tackle.
Still got good field position, Adam. Key possession, 10:44 left in the second period. East Mississippi 21, ICC 3. Good field position. We need some points on this drive.
So Mills comes back out at quarterback. This is Hiram Waddington, who is now in the backfield at running back. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. 1st and 10 being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. Quick out pass. That's Jamel Thomas, who gets across the 50 and is going to be pushed out of bounds. And we're going to see where they spot it. Yes, it is. That's going to go for a gain of 12 on the play for Thomas.
Good job. A little short passing game and letting receivers make the moves. I like it because we don't have time to really throw the long ball right now. They got good pressure. Basically like a run play, quick pass.
So same set here. Play action, and this time the pass is off the middle and off the fingertips of number 13, Jalen Gale. They were cheating Jamel Thomas that time. Gale just couldn't quite pull that one in. If he could, Jim, that would have been back-to-back first down pickups for the Indians. Instead, the ball falls incomplete with 10:28 to go until halftime. 21-3 is your score. East Mississippi with the lead. 2nd down and 10 here for the Indians. So Mills, play action, a lot of pressure coming. This time leads it up to that is actually going to be Jamel Thomas. And Thomas is going to go for a gain of about 8 on the play.
You know, I know people don't tired of me saying this. One more man, and he's all the way for a touchdown. But give East Mississippi credit. 1 player left, made the tackle. Big play here now, 3rd and 2. We need the first down.
I've got him unofficially 12 of 16 for 111 yards and an interception. So the Indians need to try to convert here. 3rd down and 2. The ball is at the 39-yard line. Need to get it across the 37 to keep this drive alive. Mills tosses it, and is it caught? Yes, it is. What a play that time by Austin Watkins to come back and get that one and move the chains.
Good job. Little back shoulder action. And good job by Watkins to keep the drive going. 1st and 10, Indians at East Mississippi's 36-yard line. 9:45 left, second period, 21-3, East Mississippi.
So Mills at the quarterback. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. This time the handoff is going to be, I believe that's Waddington, who cuts back up the middle, lowers his head. Oh, Jim. If not for a shoestring tackle that time by Brazil of East Mississippi, Waddington has taken that one to the house.
Good job by Waddington. Good job by the offensive line. Adam, I believe it's a gain of 8.
Gives him 4 carries for 37 yards, and ICC quickly back to the line of scrimmage now. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Mills fakes to Thomas, and then that time just a miscue between what looked to be a pass intended for Gale. Gale was stopped and released, and then Mills just threw that one a little too tall.
3rd down, 3rd and 2, Indians. Ball's at East Mississippi's 28. 9:10 left in the second quarter. East Mississippi 21, ICC 3.
Looks like we may have a timeout on the field right now. And it's no signal yet as they're sending ICC to the sideline, East Mississippi to the sideline. The referee's kind of standing around looking here. No, they're going to say his timeout was not taken. So So the referee's trying to send them back on the field here, so that was confusing. I knew I didn't hear an elongated whistle, which usually is the signal for a timeout. So the referee's saying, no, let's come back on the field, guys. And so now they're going to roll the clock, coming up on 9 minutes of play here until halftime. Remind you to stay tuned at halftime. We'll have the complete Military Appreciation halftime performance from the ICC All-American Band coming your way. 21-3, East Mississippi with the lead. This is going to be a give up the middle. This is Waddington. Waddington's got one man to beat and keeps his balance. Trying to get up the field. He's down to about the 10-yard line. What a great run that time by the freshman out of Oxford.
He's going to be special. Good blocking, good running by Hiram. Never gave up. Broke the tackle there. All the way down to the 11-yard line. Well, where are they marking it, Adam? It's just first and goal.
They're going to mark it down to the, they're going to mark it to the 11. And so another big pickup there for the freshman out of Oxford. A big run there. Now can ICC find a way to get in the end zone here? They trail 21-3. Jump ball going down the side. And is it in? No, he was just out of bounds. Tough break there for the Indians. Great touch on the pass that time by Mills going to Thomas. Thomas just couldn't quite get that toe in, as he said his foot was out of bounds when he caught the ball. Good coverage by East Mississippi, not allowing him anything easy to force his momentum to carry him out of bounds.
Right, he forced him out of bounds, Adam. Still second down and call it 10 at their 11-yard line. We can get a first down if they're one. We prefer to get a touchdown.
Well, actually, they've set the chains down, so they're going to say the ball is out on the 10. So it's second and goal now. Wow. Here for ICC. Zip route and just in and out of the hands of the receiver that time. As that was going to Brown. Good defense on the part of East Mississippi to bat that one away at the last second. Well, you can hear the ICC All-American Band getting fired up here. The East Mississippi Band across the way, they're also into the game. A very electric atmosphere, and that's usually the case when ICC and East Mississippi gets together here. East Mississippi, number one in the country. They lead it 21-3. ICC, though, knocking on the door with a third and goal from the 10. Mills, pressure coming. Runs to avoid it. Still looking for somebody. Looks to the back of the end zone. Oh! Dropped the pass that time.
Number 11, Jacob Anderson.
Oh, tough play there for the Indians. Good job. I believe that was Thomas that came back that time to help out his quarterback. Just bounced in and out of his hands.
It was a good throw. Good scramble by Clark Mills. He put the ball where he needed to. Just unfortunately couldn't catch it.
Yeah, hit him in the wrong spot, the hands.
Let's say this. Jamel Thomas has made some great plays tonight. He's due to drop one every now and then.
So waiting this field goal here for the Indians. It's going to step into it. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Jim, what was the distance on that one? So the ball was at the 10,
27-yarder.
27-yard field goal off the foot of Caleb Comer, and ICC makes it a 21-6 contest now. And Jim, let's keep it here with 8:11 to go until halftime. Your thoughts on that drive there by the Indians?
Good drive. A lot of patience. You know, we wanted a touchdown, but hey, we cut into a 2-touchdown game now. 21-6. Our defense has had 2 stops in a row. When they really were struggling in the first period, they've made some adjustments, played very well here in the second period. Need a good play on special teams here. Stop them again, get the ball back before half.
We do want to remind you of another sponsor. That's Davis Ford. It's no secret what makes Davis Ford such a special dealership. They work every day to assure you, their valued customer, a first-class dealership experience. Let Davis Ford help you find your next car or truck of your dreams. Visit DavisFordSales.com or stop by their showroom located at 904 West Main Street in Fulton to see the Davis Ford difference. The 2017 President's Award winner is celebrating 54 years in business in Fulton, and Jim, is no surprise why. They have such great deals out there at Davis Ford.
They do, and they've been a magnet here, a statue in Fulton, Mississippi. They've been here a long time.
Absolutely. Marcus Wyndham checking in, a former ICC wide receivers coach, checking in here on the live stream. As this kick, end-over-end kick, driving deep, is going to be taken at the 5-yard line by East Mississippi. And ICC trying to get down the field, get some coverage, breaking the seam. Up the middle, out to about the 35 is where he's going to be brought down. And, Jim, I'll tell you what, the sigh of relief from me and the rest of the ICC family is that one was a slip away from breaking that one for a run.
No doubt about
touchdown.
It. Good special teams effort by East Mississippi. 8 minutes left in the second period, 21-6, East Mississippi over the ICC Indians.
Remind you to stay tuned as the Little Caesars halftime show will be the All-American Band's special performance honoring the men and women and their families of the armed forces that have been able to help protect us and give us the freedoms we enjoy today, as that ball is carried forward that time by East Mississippi. Looks like it's going to go for a gain of 3, maybe 4 on the play, as that was McIntosh on the carry, a gain of 3. So it's bring up second down and 7.
Adam, last 2 series, we stopped them defensively. Let's do it a third time.
So second down and 7 for East Mississippi, and now you're seeing one of the players, that was McIntosh, who fell to the turf. The whistle stopped the play, and then he magically pops up and runs off. But, you know, if you're cramping, that's what you're taught to do. The officials looked at him for a second. He didn't get up, and so they stopped the play. So now it's going to be a second down and 7 situation. Ball is at the 37 for East Mississippi. They lead it 21-6. Miller's pass out in the flat is complete. Good for a first down and then some. A gain of about 12 you're actually going to bring it back a little bit more, so a gain of about 8 as he just gets across the 45 to the 46-yard line. New set of downs for the Lions.
First and 10 Lions on 46-yard line. 7:23 left in the second period. East Mississippi 21, ICC 6.
And so now this is going to be a handoff to the running back in the backfield. He gets a gain of 4 out to the 50.
Tackled by number 25, Dalton Cole. And number 32, Cal Morris Robinson.
Well, got a little bit of bad news. There's lightning in the area. Well, I think it's more towards the Manatee side of things, so we'll try to track the weather there. Second down and 6. Ball is at the 50-yard line. Miller getting set to pass. Looks deep. Nobody there. Maybe a little miscommunication on the route as that one falls incomplete. It'll bring up a third down and 6 situation here for EMCC.
I think there might have been a miscommunication because their 2 receivers were right by each other in the flat. No one was running a deep pattern.
So East Mississippi with the ball at the 50-yard line. We've seen it already twice today. They have gone for it, 3 times today. They've gone for it on 4th down, and they've got it twice. So possession down here for the Lions. 2 receivers on both sides of the football, and a timeout is going to be taken here. You can hear Buddy Stevens yelling across the field. He was not happy with having to take that timeout. We'll take the timeout with them. 21-6, 6:51 is your score. We'll be back with more right after this on Let's Go ICCTV.com and ESPN Radio 95.1 The Fan.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back as we're out of the timeout.
Stands for all East Mississippi fans that are former or current members of the Armed Forces. You are invited to attend our special recognition.
As we'll try to bring you some Renaissance Bank scoreboard updates here in a moment. It's going to be a third down and 6 situation here for East Mississippi. Like a little bit of confusion here on that offensive front as they make some adjustments. Miller awaiting the pass, sets up the screenplay, and it's going to be a hit in the backfield. But great help defense that time, as that was number 16, Tyrese Quinn, coming up and making the stop. Good call that time as the pass was complete to Keon Moore. But then all of a sudden the Indians come up and make a nice open field tackle.
Good job by Quinn, and B.J. Williams slowed him down for Quinn, and he finished them off. Forcing the punt here, Adam.
As this punter coming on, I believe this is going to be Johnny Moss. He is a freshman out of Germantown High School. That's in the Madison area. As this Little Caesars punt getting set to go here on this 4th and 4 situation. Almost have to keep an eye on that fake. We saw the Indians fake one as well, but they do snap it back. The kick is on its way, and it's a beautiful one. Watkins is going to call for the fair catch and take it inside the 5. Jim, I don't know if you get out of the way of that one and see if it doesn't go into the end zone.
Right, I agree, Adam. But, he wasn't sure where the defense was at that time, decided to catch it.
Fair catch called for by Watkins at the 5.
We got a long way to go. At least we stopped them. 3rd consecutive stop by our defense. Give our defense credit. Made some adjustments, playing better here in the second period. 6 minutes left in the second period. 21-6, East Mississippi up over our ICC Indians.
And here's some Renaissance Bank scoreboard updates for you. Colin leading Pearl River 14-0. That's in the first quarter. Northwest up 21-0 at Delta. That's also in the first quarter. It's Gulf Coast leading Holmes 20-0. That's in the second quarter. And in the first quarter, Hines leading Jones 7-0. We'll give you a few more scores throughout the league as the game progresses. And this is going to be a spin move in the backfield. Nice job hanging on and not letting him get away that time, as that's going to be a give to Dinkins, and Dinkins is hitting the backfield for a loss. And for the first time tonight, it wasn't Hervey that was in the backfield for East Mississippi. It looks like that was possibly number 93, Kane Taylor, making the tackle.
I think Hervey's tired.
Rightfully so. He has played that linebacker, that outside linebacker position well tonight for the Lions. 21-6 is your score. East Mississippi with the lead, 5:33 to play. Mills is going to load up and zip this one out to the flats, and it's going to be caught brought across the 10 down to about the 12-yard line as that pass was to Gale. And that's going to be a solid pickup of 7 on the play.
Good throw and catch. Possession down here, Adam. 5:20 clock run in second period, 21-6, East Mississippi up.
Yeah, got to be careful here with the Indians with a third down and a long 3 situation. And they're going to run the little delay, and it's going to be up the middle. And here comes opportunity here for Dinkins. Dinkins has got speed. He's got one man to beat. He's across the 50, to the 40, to the 35, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Indians! What a play there, Mr. Jim.
88 yards.
An 88-yard touchdown run, and that might be the spark the Indians need.
Adam, they knew we were going to run the ball, 3rd and 3, or I think they knew it. He broke the initial tackle at the line of scrimmage. All he saw was green. Let me say this. Our wide receivers made some great blocks downfield. Dinkins used his speed, 88 yards, 21-12 point pending.
Well, I'll tell you what, we talked about this, Jim. We said it a couple of times that Hiram Waddington was a couple of plays away or a slip tackle away from being able to break a tackle and make a big run, and that time the Indians did so.
Adam, I was concerned that we're going to have to punt from our own 10-yard line and give them 4 minutes left until halftime. And our Indians, great blocking, great downfield blocking, and a great job by Dinkins. 88 yards against East Mississippi.
21-13 now is your score. ICC, what a difference a quarter makes. And I apologize to anybody listening on ESPN radio or watching here on Let'sGoICCTV.com. You don't get too often you get to call an 88-yard touchdown run as beautiful as that.
It's beautiful, great blocking. And I watched, I believe it's Jamel Thomas here near our sideline, made some great blocks, screened off his defender, did not hold, gave Dinkins room to run all the way down the field.
So we're getting set for a First American National Bank kickoff here. First American National Bank, a proud supporter of their local communities and ICC athletics, with locations serving you from Iuka to Tupelo. Just follow the flag to First American National Bank, a location near you here in the northeast part of the state. Whew, I need to catch my breath after that one. Indians hanging around in this one, 21-13, 4:59 to play. Jim, one thing to remember, though, at 4:59 with this East Mississippi offense, that's a lot of time.
Plenty of time, Adam.
So waiting this kick here from Caleb Comer, who has hit a pair of field goals, added that last extra point. And now we'll step into this First American National Bank kickoff here for the Indians. This kick is going to be a good kick, taken at about the 7-yard line. East Mississippi with it once again, following his blockers up the middle. He's got one man to beat, breaks it to the outside. And now that's going to be a return for a touchdown. See if there's any laundry down the field. No, there is not. And Jim, there's a late flag coming in now. And Jim, what a big answer there, as that one, as of right now, goes for 93 yards on the kickoff return. But there is a flag down, actually 2 flags down on the field right now. So if you're in supporter of ICC, you really hope this one goes against East Mississippi. They were close on that last return, Jim. That time just did a great job following their blocks and getting the big return.
And Adam, we played well on special teams until then.
So let's wait and see what this call is going to be. And it is. It's a block in the back on the Lions. So this one is going to take back that 93-yard kickoff return. And they're going to move the ball back now to the, what is that? The 37
Still
yard
got
line.
great field position. They are on our 37.
So a big return, but a big break there for ICC. Jim, if ICC's defense can find a way to get a stop and maybe get that ball back here, boy, that could be huge if they can keep those points off the board here from the Lions. So East Mississippi coming to the line of scrimmage. The ball is at the 37-yard line. We're going to be a 1st down and 10 situation here for the Lions. VJ Miller still your quarterback. He's going to check over the defense, move some guys around. That's McIntosh, who came out of the game earlier, back in at running back. 3 receivers near side. Miller wants to run it on his own this time. He is hit and stacked up and hit for a loss. Big play that time, as that was a hit. And knocked down by one of his former Itawamba HS guy as well, Jamal Sumpert, coming in and making the play.
Probably know each other.
Yes, a little bit. A gain of 1 on the play on the design draw by Miller. Now Miller stepping back to pass. Good protection. Zips it over the middle. Pass is complete. And trying to zip through and will be dropped just shy of the 15-yard line, down to about the 17. It will be a fresh set of downs here for the Lions as East Mississippi once again on the move.
Defense needs to get a stop here, Adam. 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Your score, East Mississippi 21, ICC 13.
This time the give is going to be to the new running back in the backfield, and he is hit hard. As that was number 25, Keon Moore, who was tattooed that time. And Jamal Shumpert, man, he's hit the hit stick here in the last couple of plays.
Big time hit by Jamal. Give him 1 yard gain there, Adam.
3:39 and counting here. Second down and 9 to go for the Lions. Play action. Jump ball situation here, trying to pick on Quinn in the back of the end zone. Great coverage by Tyrese Quinn, as he just did not give him any type of room. And there is flags down maybe, or I do hear some whistles blown. I don't see a flag down on the field anywhere.
On the cross on the other side of the field, there's a yellow flag.
Okay, so there is a flag down, so let's see what the call is here. Ineligible receiver downfield on the play, so they're going to back it up, and I believe that's also going to be a loss of down, Jim. Or no, they're just going to say it's going to stay second down, not a loss of down on the play.
Do you take the penalty?
They're taking it, going to back them up a little bit here.
If it's only 5 yards.
The Lions will put the ball at the 21-yard line, making it second down and 15 for East Mississippi.
So a second down, and let's call it a short 15, long 14 to go here for the Lions. Miller, your quarterback, 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Trying to set up the bubble screen, does it nicely. Up the middle they go. He's going to be hit, spun off, and still spinning forward inside the 10, down to about the 9-8 line. And that was just a good play call. They knew the Indians were going to have their ears peeled back that time, Jim. The screen set up beautifully and a nice pickup. And it's going to bring up a third down and 2 here for the Lions.
Clock running, 3 minutes left till halftime. Your score, East Mississippi 21, ICC 13. East Mississippi driving.
So Miller, your quarterback. This is going to be a give to McIntosh in the backfield. McIntosh is hit, stacked up, but does go forward enough to pick up the first down, or actually it may be a little bit closer than I think, Jim, as they may bring out the chains on this one. Let's see what the officials elect to do here, as Shumpert once again on the stop. And they're going to spot the football, and yep, they're going to have to measure them here. We do have an Indian that's down on the field right now as well. So the medical staff will come out and take a look at the injured Indian while they measure to see if the first down will be achieved here for East Mississippi. Boy, you got to think, though, Jim, even if it's not, if it's going to be a inches situation for East Mississippi, they'll load up and go for it. 21-13, what a difference a quarter has made here. East Mississippi scores on their, first 3 drives of the contest. ICC defense makes some nice adjustments and have clawed their way back into this contest.
Good job by ICC. East Mississippi is driving right now, but they have not scored in this second period.
And that's going to be a first down, I do believe. I don't know, that extra stretch, and they're going to eyeball it. If it's that close, wow. And the referee is going to look and finally signals that it's going to be a first down, so he got it by just the nose of the football. The Indians still down on the field being looked at right now. Did not see who that was. That's going to be number 55? Number 50. And that's going to be Cortavius Ivey, who is down on the field right now, the sophomore out of Amory. Let's talk about some more of our sponsors tonight, and let's talk about Coke. Buddy Long and all the fine folks at the Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works is a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics, and not only that, they're a proud supporter of Itawamba Community College. ICC and Coke, now that's a winning combination, and Jim, I know he does a lot for the foundation, and all athletics and everything at the college. Buddy Long and all the great folks here at the Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works. Very valuable member of the ICC family.
No doubt about it. Buddy steps up every time for the school, steps up for the community, for Tupelo, for Fulton. The entire community does a lot of great things. The Coca-Cola Company, we're proud. They're one of our sponsors and a great company.
As Ivy's being looked at, let's also talk about the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Every physician is specialized in a certain area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available. Their fellowship-trained surgeons and highly experienced staff can fast-track your road to recovery and get you back in the game of the life. Visit them at 499 Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. That's the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Adam is first and goal for the Lions. 2:33 left at halftime. 21-13. East Mississippi up
After that break on the
at this
field,
time.
it'll be first and goal for East Mississippi.
Well, Jim, that's not a good sign as you're watching here on Let's Go ICC TV that Ivy's having to be helped off the field, not putting a lot of weight.
Putting no weight on this left foot.
On that left foot, so hopefully he is going to be able to shake it off. And nothing serious on that injury there for Cortavius. Give is going to be to McIntosh in the backfield. He's hitting the backfield and able to squirt forward. Nice job that time. That was number 63, Marvin Willis, who was shaken up earlier, able to come back in the game. Just could not quite hold on enough and wrap him up to stop him in the backfield for a loss. It does go for a positive pickup. And it's going to be now second down and 3 here for the Lions. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. McIntosh, I believe, was going to try to leap over the pile. Got to the pile and reached a lot of resistance that time as he's going to be stacked up at the 1. I think he was expecting maybe some of the ICC players to go low and kind of root hog in that time, and when he leaped, he kind of bounced into a brick wall. So third down and goal. Can the Indians bend but don't break in this situation here? East Mississippi leads this contest 21-13, 1.5 to play. McIntosh goes, and he's going to squeeze forward, and touchdown, EMCC.
Good blocking up front. You know, first and goal from the 7. Our defense played hard. We just couldn't keep them out there. They score 1:27 left in the halftime. Your score's now 27 East Mississippi, 13 ICC, point pending for the Lions.
Smith will be on to attempt this extra point here. And, Jim, I tell you what, the defense did everything they could, but when you got the number 1 team and probably one of the top offenses in the country sitting inside that 1 yard line with a running back to the caliber of Deion McIntosh, it's hard to stop him. The kick is up and the kick is on its way, and it is good off the foot of Smith. Your score, 28-13, East Mississippi with the lead over the Indians. Let's take a break and hear a word from our friends at First American National Bank. Back with more right after this.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here, and it's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
And welcome back as ICC trailing number 1 East Mississippi 28-13. Big second quarter here, but that was a big score, Jim, for East Mississippi to pick up a little bit of momentum. Yes, they returned the kickoff. It was brought back to the 37, but ICC made them earn every inch of that 37 yards.
They did, and we mentioned ICC's defense made some adjustments, and, you know, they got in a bad situation. It was only a 37-yard drive for East Mississippi then. Give them credit. They took advantage of their field position, took advantage of their kickoff return. Got a 2-touchdown lead here with a minute 27 left the half. And Adam, if we can get a good return here, we got all 3 timeouts. Maybe we can make some noise here before halftime.
So this First American National Bank kickoff looks like East Mississippi was offsides on that. No flag is down. And the kickoff is going to be picked up at the 13, and it's going to bounce to the outside across the 25, and it looks like the ball may have come free, did it? Waiting for the signal from the referees, and it did. Not what the Indians needed there. Fumble recovered by East Mississippi at the 30-yard line. Good extra effort trying to break free that time, but just a tough situation now for the defense after coming and playing pretty strong on that last 37-yard drive. Got to suck it up and find a way to maybe see if they can get a stop here. Jim, this could be a pivotal point of the ball game right now.
No doubt. They got the ball to our 30, Adam. Minute 21 left. They got 2 timeouts. They're up 28-13. ICC's defense has got to hold them to at least a field goal attempt.
So East Mississippi at the line of scrimmage. We know they're not thinking field goal. They're thinking touchdown. VJ Miller, here's your quarterback. Play action to McIntosh. Zips it over the middle. He's got a man too tall. Boy, I tell you what, Jim, they found the seam that time, and it was wide open as it was intended for Clayton that time. Clayton that time. The seam was there. Luckily for the Indians, that one falls harmlessly to the turf.
No doubt. He had time to throw the ball just a little bit off, and we'll take it. 2nd and 10 lines from ICC's 30-yard line. 1:16 left in the half, 28-13 lines.
So 1:16 to play here, as Jim mentioned. And this time they set out the screen. It's going to be a bubble screen here, trying to get to the outside. He's going to be hit and dropped inbounds is the key part on that one as the clock continues to run. But as we said, East Mississippi does still have those 2 timeouts as the ball is going to be spotted at the 21-yard line. So it's going to be a 3rd down and 1. 3rd down and 1 for East Mississippi. And it appears that ICC is going to burn the timeout now to make sure everybody's on the same page. Timeout on the field with 54.9 seconds to play here. Let's take you to a break. Hear a few words from our sponsors. We'll be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com, ESPN 95.1 The Fan.
$2.99 for a car hop classic. What a steal.
Steal. That's a heist. Put this on.
Oh, disguise.
I don't think I can eat in this.
It's all part of the plan, my friend.
Get a quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a Slinger Plus Tots for $2.99. Try it today. Sonic's Double Stuffed Oreo Waffle Cone, made from Oreo wafers, layered with sweet Oreo cream, real ice cream, and Oreo cookie pieces. Talk about Oreo overload. Try one before they're gone.
In anticipation of the big game, Little Caesars invites you to pick up large, hot and ready pizzas for just $5 each. Score big by adding a crazy combo, Italian cheese bread, or hot and ready Caesar wings. This football season, make Little Caesars your big game party headquarters.
Pizza.
And welcome back out of the timeout. 28-13, East Mississippi with the lead. 3rd down and 1 for the Lions, trying to tack on and take advantage of an ICC turnover on that kickoff. ICC's defense, though, trying to come up with a big stop here. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. This looks like McIntosh in the backfield with Miller at quarterback. And give is going to be to McIntosh. He saw the pressure coming, weaving his way up the middle, down to the 5-yard line, possibly down to the 3 or 4-yard line, and a big run there for the Notre Dame transfer, getting out to the 4-yard line, setting up a 1st down and goal to go now. With 47 seconds left on the clock, East Mississippi with 2 timeouts in their pocket. Miller gets the snap, going to run behind the block of McIntosh. He's hit, stacked up. Does he get in? Yes, second effort. Gets him in the end zone on a 4-yard touchdown run with 37 seconds left until halftime. Jim, oh, what a big turnover there for the Indians.
Give East Mississippi credit. We had a turnover. They took advantage of the turnover before half, put some more points on the board. 34-13, East Mississippi, extra point pending. Only 37 seconds left until halftime.
Yeah, you're going to halftime down 28-13. Now look up 34-13. That's just a difference mentally. So awaiting this kick here off the foot of Smith. He's been busy tonight. He's got 4 of these extra points, and he's been successful on all 4. Snap back's a little high. Good hold that time, and I don't think he made this one. Yes, he did. He's able to sneak it through. So Smith was able to get that one up. Let's credit the holder that time. The snap was not a good one. As there is a flag down, so we'll keep it here. But the holder did a great job of just getting the ball laces out that time, as the officials are going to talk this one over here to see what this is going to be with 37.6 seconds left. Jim, the Indians, if they can get a big return, take a couple of shots, or heck, let's take one to the house if we can. Unsportsmanlike conduct on East Mississippi. I did not see what that was going to be, so I think this is going to be tacked on to the kick after the return, maybe? Or
I think what they'll do, they have to back him up on the kick. So he'll kick it from his 25. Where do they usually kick it from, Adam? I should know that. I'm not paying attention.
I think the 35 is where they kick it from. I'd be honest with you.
So you go to the 20, will you?
So the referees are going to step this one off.
Surely he's going to step 15 yards the other way.
Yeah, the referee was actually lining up to step it off on ICC, and then the line judge on the other side of the field said, no, other way. So
it's going back to the 20.
This one will be backed up here. So, Jim, a good thing for the Indians. You get a good return. You can possibly take a shot to see if you might be able to put one in the end zone and put some more points on the board with 37 seconds to go until halftime. And, Jim, I tell you what, the way this game started, 21-0 quickly, or 21-3 quickly, East Mississippi ICC has rallied nicely. And I tell you what, I think we're settling in on our quarterback at Clark Mills.
He's played well. You know, we left some points on the field, but got 2 big field goals, finally got a big run for a touchdown. Adam, we got 2 timeouts. If we can return this, say, to the 40 or 50, take some shots with the 2 timeouts.
So EMCC will step into this one. This First American National Bank kickoff angle to the far side of the field, and this is going to be Austin Watkins on the return. Now he's going to try to reverse to the opposite side of the field, looking to get to the outside, looking for a block. Now I'm going to have to try to return back, and there was a block in the back on the Indians, but I don't see a flag down. So ICC caught a really big break there, as that was a clear block in the back on the Indians. Instead, no flag is down, so we'll take that one.
We'll take it, Adam. And now you take a shot. You got the ball at your own 44. You got 2 timeouts. Yes, there's only 26 seconds. But, hey, you're down 35-13. You take a shot here.
Clark Mills comes in at quarterback still. First down and 10. This first first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. Mills. I believe Wadlington is in the backfield with him. Mills set to throw. Now he's going to have to scramble. Zips it up, and what a catch by Watkins. No, falls incomplete. Watkins wanting a face mask call that time, and not typically going to get those in those situations there. Would have been a great catch by Austin Watkins. Good job, though, by Mills to recognize the pressure, run up, and avoid it. So 19 seconds to play here in the first half. ICC with its 2nd and 10. Ball is at the 44-yard line. And the give is going to be to Wadlington up the middle. Trying to bounce it to the outside, run into one of his own players. Now gets the ball out to the 50. And so a solid pickup of 6 that time. We'll see if the Indians just let time slip away on them here in the first half, and that's what they're going to do. And that's going to do it here for your first half of play. Let's move into our Little Caesars halftime report. Let's talk about, Jim, your thoughts on the first half.
First half, Adam, no doubt East Mississippi controlled the first quarter. First 3 possessions, they scored 3 touchdowns. Second quarter, we came alive. Our defense played well. Offense picked it up. Here at the end, last couple minutes, East Mississippi took control again, but we're still in the ball game, down 35-13. I like our hustle. I like the way we performed, especially early second quarter.
You want to stay tuned, folks. We have a special halftime presentation coming your way, part of Military Appreciation Night here in Fulton. We're going to take a break and hear a word from our sponsors. Your score here at halftime, ICC trailing East Mississippi 35-13. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on ESPN 95.1 The Fan and Let'sGoICCTV.com.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say, it's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza, then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6.
Pizza.
Grateful for you and your service.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here at halftime, getting set for the Little Caesars halftime performance from the ICC All-American Band. See them taking the field here this evening for this special tribute to all the former and current men and women, along with the families of the armed forces that help protect this country and make us great year after year, paying that ultimate sacrifice sometimes for us to be able to enjoy the freedoms that we enjoy today, to be able to enjoy a night of football right now. 35-13 is your score. Part of the Little Caesars halftime show. We're going to keep it here. Once the band goes live, you hear them been signaled, I should say. Let's take you to the field.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please remain seated and direct your attention to the field for a tribute to the United States Armed Forces. Since the beginning of our country, more than 1 million individuals have made the ultimate sacrifice for our country, and millions have dedicated their lives to serving America. As former Florida Congressman Alan Boyd said, America's fighting men and women sacrifice much to ensure that our great nation stays free. We owe a debt of gratitude to the soldiers that have paid the ultimate price for this cause, as well as for those who were blessed enough to return from the battlefield unscathed. Tonight we honor our local heroes and thank them for our service to this great nation. The United States Army. The United States Coast Guard. The United States Marine Corps. The United States Air Force. and the United States Navy. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and join us as Itawamba Community College salutes our military for their special service to our country.
And as always, a very, very special moment here on Military Appreciation Night. One of those emotional moments that kind of gets you in your feels, as the kids like to say, as we honor America and the men and women and their family that protect us to enjoy the freedoms we have today. We're going to step away and come back with more of the Little Caesars halftime report right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say, it's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza, then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6.
Pizza.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Kegel Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Your score here at halftime, 35-13. ICC trailing number 1 East Mississippi here at halftime. The ICC All-American Band getting set to perform again here. So they're doing a little double duty tonight. What a great way to honor the men and women of the armed forces along with their families. That's one thing that tends to get forgotten sometimes is, yes, the ones serving overseas, they are paying the sacrifice. But at the same time, the families back home, they're paying a big sacrifice as well. And that's one thing that we wanted to be able to honor them along with their loved ones tonight here at ICC. We're awaiting the start of the ICC All-American Band performance at halftime. Your score, 35-13. We're going to take another break and hear a few more words from our sponsors. ICC trailing number 1, EMCC. You're listening to ICC football on ESPN 95.1 The Fan and watching here on Let'sGoICCTV.com, the Red Channel.
$2.99 for a car hop classic. What a steal.
Steal. That's a heist. Put this on.
Oh, disguise.
I don't think I can eat in this.
It's all part of the plan, my friend.
Get a quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a Slinger Plus Tots for $2.99. Try it today. Sonic's Double Stuffed Oreo Waffle Cone. Made from Oreo wafers, layered with sweet Oreo cream, real ice cream, and Oreo cookie pieces. Talk about Oreo overload. Try one before they're gone.
Did you know your child's eyes can be checked as young as 6 months of age? They do not have to know their letters or even be able to talk in order to receive a comprehensive eye exam. Your eye doctor can tell you many things just by looking at them. I'm Dr. Laurie Kegel of Kegel Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide proper diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your eye appointment today at Kegel Eye Center in Fulton.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say, it's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza, then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6.
Pizza.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Kegel Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done.
Brioche.
Sesame seed.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that.
Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
And welcome back to halftime. Your score 35-13. East Mississippi leading ICC. We're getting set for the ICC All-American Band performance. I don't know what Scott Walters is talking about back there in the background, but I heard mashed potatoes, gravies, stuff like that. What he don't realize is I haven't ate since about 10 today. So you're talking about that? You're making me hungry, Scott. You're killing me back there. Okay, there we go. Scott said he's going to run and get some. We do appreciate Scott, Dalton Middleton, all the folks here covering tonight's contest. We saw WTVA, WCBI here earlier as well. I think, yes, let's take you to the field for the ICC All-American Band halftime performance. Once again, your score here at halftime, East Mississippi 35, ICC 13.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Itawamba Community College is proud to present to you the 2018 ICC All-American Marching Band. We are thrilled to perform for you this year's program, which is entitled Icons of Pop, featuring music by some of the most popular artists of our time. We open our show this evening with Lady Gaga's 2013 hit song, Applause. And now, the ICC All-American Marching Band! show continues with the music of Justin Timberlake, featuring our percussion and the low brass. We now feature our woodwind section, Color Guard, and our Indianette dancers with Ed Sheeran's 2014 hit song, Sing, and Britney Spears' 2004 song, Toxic. Drum majors for the ICC All-American Band are Sydney Franks from South Tillow, Felicity Holmes from Itawamba, and Allison Davison from DeSoto Central.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say, it's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza. Then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6.
Pizza.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
In anticipation of the big game, Little Caesars invites you to pick up large, hot and ready pizzas for just $5 each. Score big by adding a crazy combo, Italian cheese bread, or hot and ready Caesar wings. This football season, make Little Caesars your big game party headquarters.
Pizza.
Get set.
And welcome back to the Little Caesars halftime show. You see the halftime punt, pass, and kick contest. An ICC student has the opportunity to win a year's supply of pizza, surprised by the Little Caesars here in Fulton. And Mr. Jim, I know you got some Sonic stats there in front of you. Let's talk about a few things that jumps out in your eyes, and then give us a stat update on those Indians.
I will. Right now, it is, of course, halftime. East Mississippi 35, ICC 13. Total yards, East Mississippi has 302. ICC has 252. But average yard gain by each team, East Mississippi 7.5 yards per carry, ICC 5.5 yards per carry. B.J. Miller is 13 for 19 for 213 yards and 2 touchdowns for East Mississippi. Clark Mills having a solid game for ICC Adam, 14 of 26 for 121 yards. Jamel Thomas has caught 8 passes for 73 yards today for ICC. Julian Connors caught 5 passes, 48 yards for East Mississippi. Leading tackles for East Mississippi, Jacquez Evans and your man Fred Harvey both have 7 and 6 tackles apiece. Jamel Shumpert, the local product, the freshman, has 7 tackles leading ICC. Possession of time, Adam, ICC has had the ball more, 16 minutes, 58 seconds. East Mississippi, 13 minutes, 2 seconds. They're scoring quicker than we are. Of course, they took control last part of the second quarter. 35-13, East Mississippi at halftime.
Congratulations, Brandon. You just
And Brendan Tinawa, a men's soccer player, the keeper actually for the men's soccer team, wins a year's supply of pizza thanks to Little Caesars here in Fulton. So a big win there. And hey, as a college kid, you get that year's supply of pizza from Little Caesars. It helps fill the belly a little bit.
No doubt. Maybe he'll bring some up here to us.
I will have to remind him of that. We're going to take one more time out and come back with the start of the second half here from Fulton. Your score here at halftime, ICC trails number 1 East Mississippi by the score of 35-13. Back with more right after this.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say. It's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza. Then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6.
Pizza.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here. It's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank. from Iuka to Tupelo.
And welcome back out of the timeout. We get set to start the third quarter here. This First American National Bank kickoff from the Indians. And Jim, that makes the score just before halftime even bigger for the Lions now, since the fact they get the ball to start the second half.
No doubt about it, Adam. You know, we had a good second quarter. Got away from us there. We had if you remember, 2 big turnovers. They took advantage, went 37 yards, went 30 yards. Give them credit. 35-13, a good team does that, and now they're receiving the kickoff.
A shallow kick and a fair catch is called. Maybe not a bad idea by the Indians, as the fair catch is taken at about the 16, maybe 17-yard line. I believe they're going to bring this one out, though, due to the new rules with the fair catch. So it's going to spot it, I think, the 25. Is that right?
That's correct.
Yep. Not a bad idea if you're the Indians, as we've seen East Mississippi have some pretty big returns.
No, we'll let them have the ball, the 25 on every kick.
And so it looks like V.J. Miller will stay in at quarterback for the Lions here. We talked about did not play last year as he was playing professional baseball, now coming back for East Mississippi. And it's going to be a little forward tap pass, if you will. The handoff, not really a handoff, just one of those you kind of catch it and tap it forward. And it was reeled in that time by Julian Connor. And Julian Connor is going to go for a gain of 10 on the play. They'd give them enough for the first down.
We're just starting the third quarter. East Mississippi 35, ICC 13.
Be interested to see these two teams' halftime adjustments. Pass out to the flats. Is it complete? No, it falls incomplete. Intended for number 7 that time, Boykin of East Mississippi. Bring up second down and 10. The ball is just at across. Basically, let's call it on the 35. So second down and 10, 35-13. If you're just now joining us, East Mississippi, the number 1 team in the country, leading ICC. And they have the football to start the second half. Give is going to be to the running back. Gets a great block on the corner to seal the corner. Now it's going to be across the 50 to the 45-40. Slips off a tackle and is run out of bounds, and that was a big run that time. Keon Moore, and I tell you what, Jim, that blocking that the offensive line did on that corner to seal off the corner for Moore, I probably could have ran for at least 10.
No doubt about it. B.J. Williams saved the touchdown, knocked them out of bounds at our 35-yard line. First and 10, East Mississippi, third quarter just getting underway. 35-13 Lions.
East Mississippi pedal to the metal here. Offense has been their calling card for the past few years. Slant route is there, caught. One man to beat if he can get across the middle. Now he's going to bounce off the tackle and go into the end zone. And that's going to be a touchdown, a 34-yard touchdown toss by the Lions. And the Lions started the game started the second half much like they did the first half, and they just eased that one into the end zone.
Miller to Drummond, and we heard good things about Drummond before the game. 35 yards, touchdown.
Second time tonight that duo has connected. The first time for us for a 69-yard touchdown pass. That one, I believe, going for 34. Awaiting the PAT here, as Smith will be on to kick it for East Mississippi. The snap back is a much better one than we saw last time. A strong kick through. And good. So it makes the score now 42-13. Jim, as we talked about, that fumble kind of being a big dagger for the Indians to allow East Mississippi to score just before the end of the second half, and then East Mississippi comes out and strikes quickly to start the third quarter.
You talk about quickly, less than a minute, Adam. Mm-hmm. Give them credit. They made some adjustments. Now ICC needs to make some adjustments. East Mississippi 42, ICC 13. We've only played 50 seconds here in the third quarter.
We're getting set for another First American National Bank kickoff here, this time from East Mississippi. They'll tee it up at the 35. Looks like going back to receive for ICC is going to be number 10, Austin Watkins, a sophomore wide receiver out of Tupelo, and number 9, Hiram Wadlington. He is a freshman running back out of Oxford, and possibly by the end of the season, I'll be able to say his name. It's that Wadlington. I just can't. It doesn't roll off the tongue for me.
It's not easy for me to. I have a speech impediment every now and then.
So this First American National Bank kickoff getting set to go here once again for EMCC, as this will be Josh Smith teeing this one off. This kick is going to be angled towards the side, taken at the 9-yard line by Watkins. Sprinting across to 20, now breaking across the middle, trying to slips off the tackle. Oh, another shoestring tackle as he gets out to the 30-yard line. Jim, thought Austin Watkins that time had a chance to break that one for a big gain, but a big-time stop there, just grabbing him by the foot and taking him to the turf.
Still good effort by Austin Watkins. Got his good field position, got the ball at the 30-yard line. Let's be honest, Adam, we need to get some offense going here. You know, East Mississippi's made a run here the last 3 minutes of the second quarter, and of course the first minute of the third quarter. We need to make a positive move here offensively.
So ICC will have the football. Clark Mills is still your quarterback here for the Indians. 1st and 10. Play action fake. Quick pass across the middle. That's Watkins who gets it. Now breaks it to the outside and is going to go for a solid pickup of about 9 on the play that time. Good quick pass. And the pass goes complete and moves the chain. Or excuse me, no, it does not move the chains. It'll be 2nd down and 1.
2nd and 1, 13:45 left in the 3rd period. Your score, East Mississippi 42, ICC 13.
So a big pickup there for the Indians. Now makes a very manageable 2nd down and short situation here. 2 receivers on both sides of the football here for the Indians. Hands off. It's going to be to the lone running back in the backfield. He's going to be hit and stacked up at the 40-yard line. A very hard hit that time out of East Mississippi, as I believe that was Wadlington that does get the carry. And it depends on if it's going to be a left foot, right foot mark here. And they're going to say, is it enough for the 1st down? Yes, it is. And that'll be another 1st down for the Indians, being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. Big run there for Wadlington. I got him unofficially with 66 yards on 7 carries. So 1st down and 10 here for the Indians. This time the give is to Wadlington once again. Breaks off a tackle. Following his big man down the field. Trying to knife up the middle. And a good job that time by the guard pulling up the field. Wadlington just put his hand on his back and carried him for a long run that time as the ball goes 10, 20, 25-yard run.
Good job. Good blocking by the interior lineman. Good running by Wadlington. 1st and 10 Indians. We got the ball at East Mississippi's 35. We're down 42-13. 13 minutes left in the 3rd period.
So the ball now at the 35, as Jim mentioned. ICC trailing at 42-13. And, another tip drill pass hauled in by the Indians.
He meant to do that. There's no doubt about it.
And we saw it in the 1st half, and we'll see it again here in this one. It was nearly a pick 6 as it was bounced off, and Jamel Thomas finds it, and that moves the chains for a 1st down.
We'll take it every time.
That gain goes for 14 yards for the Indians. So 1st down and 10 here for ICC. The give is going to be to Wadlington once again. He goes up the middle, rolls over a man, still going forward inside the 15, down to about the 12-yard line. I tell you what, Hiram is running like a grown man tonight, Jim.
No doubt about it. Good blocking up front. Adam, 2nd and 1. Hurry up offense here, Adam.
So the Indians trying to quicken the pace a little bit of their own here. Movement up front. Is this going to be a free play? Jump ball to the end zone. A lot of pushing and shoving, and the referee says pass falls incomplete. Very well could have been defensive pass interference, but the referee did not throw the flag as there's additional flags down. So that, Jim, was just a free play there for the Indians.
I believe it's offsides against East Mississippi. Should give us the 1st down.
So they're going to.
Whoa,
Hold
wrong
on.
way. I think he's pointing the wrong way.
Well, he pointed at the Indians, saying it was offsides on ICC. If that was the case, the play would have been blown dead.
Right.
But they are going to mark off the yardage across the way, and it's going to move the ball now to about the 7-yard line. So
the official got confused. Hey, I get confused a lot. The official got confused.
So the Indians trying to answer the call after that drive by East Mississippi to start the 3rd quarter. Knocking on the door here with it 1st and goal from the 7. Wadlington gets it again. This time he is going to be hemmed up, and he's going to go forward for a very minimum gain, if any. Looks like no. They're going to say he got back to the original line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time for Hiram.
2nd to go. The ball's at the 7-yard line. Clock running, 11:50 left in the 3rd period. 42-13. East Mississippi up on the Indians.
You know, this is where we see the Lions really tighten some bolts. They take a lot of pride in keeping teams out of the end zone, and they get tough with their back against the wall here. Mills wants to throw. Ball is tipped, and it's going to be too tall as it goes out of bounds. Good job that time by the defensive line. You're taught if you can't get to the quarterback, get those arms in the passing zone, and that's what they did there. Ball was deflected, and it goes out the back of the end zone for an incomplete pass.
3rd and go, Adam. Ball's at the 7-yard line of East Mississippi. Big play here.
Mills telling him to hurry up, get him the signals. Play clock is still at 20 seconds, so he's got plenty of time. Gets everybody to the line of scrimmage, surveys the defense. You got 1 receiver up top, 2, 3, 2. Here at the bottom of the screen, there is a tight end in the contest for ICC. Wadlington gets it. Now tries to bounce to the outside, goes forward, and it's going to be down to about the 2, maybe 1-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 2. So a gain of 5 that time for Wadlington.
I think we're going for it, Adam. 4th and goal. The ball's at the 2. Looks like we're bringing in a jumbo package.
So it's time to man up right now if you're the Indians. Gut check time here for ICC. 4th down and goal. The ball is on the 2-yard line here for the Indians. As Jim mentioned, they do bring in that big boy package here. Mill is your quarterback. Going to give it to Wallington, who's going to cut up the middle and get in the end zone for a touchdown.
Good blocking, good running. Good job by the Indians.
Well, I'll tell you what was also impressive on that, Jim. You didn't see Wallington hit the panic button. He let the play set up and was able to find that zone and that crease as it created that time, and he goes into the end zone for a touchdown. So awaiting this extra point attempt here off the foot of Comer, as that was a big answer there, Jim, by the Indians to answer that opening drive for EMCC. So awaiting the snap here. Snap's a good one. The kick is up, and the kick, no good. Oh.
Your score now is East Mississippi 42, ICC 19, but it's a big touchdown for the Indians, Adam.
Absolutely.
Get some momentum here.
Let's keep it here and talk about some more of our sponsors. Let's talk about the ICC BSU. They meet every Monday night at 7:07 and Wednesdays at lunch. All they ask is bring $2 and a friend. Don't forget the $2 for your friend to treat them to lunch. That's the ICC BSU. You can follow them on Twitter at ICC BSU. Jim, get your pen if you need me to spell this out for you. That's at ICC BSU on Twitter.
Thank you very much. I need help.
Brother Chris Burrows and company always doing a great job there. The oldest organization on campus, the ICC BSU, proud to sponsor this evening's contest. Also, the Car Hop Classic is back at Sonic. Choose between a quarter-pound double cheeseburger and a classic signature to pair with a medium tots for just $2.99. That sounds really good right now, Mr. Jim.
Will they deliver up here to the press box?
If they did, I would already caught them. So we're getting ready for another First American National Bank kickoff here from the Indians. East Mississippi scores on their first drive of the second half. ICC answers with on their first drive of the second half, I should say. 42-19 now. East Mississippi leading the Indians in this contest. And Jim, this has been a much different ICC football team we've seen in the first 2 games of the year.
No doubt. We're showing a lot of spark here. We've got down early again, but the second quarter was a very good quarter for the Indians. Let it get away with a couple turnovers there, and then made a good job here in the third quarter. Answered East Mississippi's touchdown also in the third quarter.
As Comer steps into this First American National Bank kickoff. Driving back to the 5-yard line now is where East Mississippi will have it. Trying to get to the outside. Oh, there is a huge gap for the runner to go, and what a play that time in the open field, as that was number 21 for ICC, Derek Pointer, maybe saving a tackle there, or excuse me, saving a touchdown for the Indians, as that was a big-time hit. Actually, correct that. That is number 41 that was on the tackle, DeQuavian Moore, who came in and made the big play.
1st and 10, East Mississippi 33. Let's get a good defensive stop here, Adam. 10:51 left in the third quarter. The half has just started. Both teams have scored a touchdown.
Yeah, this has been another one of those long ball games that were typical to see out of this ICC and East Mississippi contest. 1st down and 10 as the ball is on the 33. They're trying to the bubble screen, set up nicely, trying to get to the outside, and a good open field tackle once again. Number 32 for ICC, that's Cal Morris Robinson, the sophomore linebacker out of Macon. He went to Noxubee County High School, coming in and making the play, a gain of 5 on the play for the Lions. Miller going the distance so far for East Mississippi at quarterback. 2nd down and 5 here for East. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Miller looking to pass. Plenty of time to throw. Going to check down to a short route. No, he's not going to get the first down, as he's going to be stopped just about shy. Depends on if it's going to be a left foot, right foot mark here for the Lions, as it was complete to number 25, Keon Moore. And they're going to spot this one at the 43-yard line. No, the other line judge, who was not even on the field at the time, or near where the ball was, is going to move it up a yard, and they're going to say a first down.
I'm not sure about that spot, Adam.
East Mississippi getting a scuba spot here in Fulton tonight, as that moves the chains for another first down. Inside 10 minutes to go now here in the third quarter. East Mississippi looking to move. Pressure coming from the Indians. Miller avoids it. He's hit and knocked down. That's going to be a flag. And so it'll be a late hit on the Indians, so tack on another 15 yards after the play. As that pass was complete, gets the ball out to the 50-yard line, and a roughing the passer call here on the Indians. And Jim, we saw that a lot in the second half of the East Central game. Came back and haunt the Indians in a big way. You like the aggressiveness, out of Robinson. Just got to know when to put on those brakes.
You do, and unfortunately, you try to get to the quarterback, and you finally get there, and you just can't let up. And unfortunately got a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, so that's going to move the ball to the 35-yard line, where to be a first down and 10 for East Mississippi. This first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. Give him a call at 862-9340. That's 862-9340 for more information on how he can help you with all your insurance needs. Miller, plenty of time to throw. Now the pocket collapse. He's going to get out and run. Ball's free. The Indians pick it up. Going to try to return it. This is Parker. Parker is looking for a block. Spins across the 40. Still on his feet. Out to the 50. What a return by Parker.
Put him at running back.
And that was a big turnover there as we're going to take a look at that on the Little Caesars instant replay. And Miller just came out of his hands. That was number 44, Keyshawn Parker, showing off his Calhoun County skills that time as he refused to go down, and he gets the ball out to the 50. Big-time turnover there for the Indians.
Keyshawn Parker's got some athleticism. He looked good running that ball when he picked up the fumble.
Actually, he gets it across the 50 to the 49. Jim, have you ever met anybody from Calhoun County that is not a good athlete?
No, you're right, Adam. Starting with you.
That's
being
right.
The superior athlete. No doubt.
Your check is in the mail. First down and 10 here for the Indians. ICC trying to convert this turnover into a touchdown here. This first down being brought to you by your Itawamba Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. Mills, pressure on the backside, slips away from it. Now he's thinking about running, cuts upfield, and he is going to be tattooed after a minimum gain, and they're going to say the ball came free. And now they're going to say East Mississippi gets it back. Jim, I'm with you.
I thought he was down on the play.
I thought his knee hit the ground, then the ball came free, and the referee said no, the ball goes right back to East Mississippi. Jim, we've seen that a couple of times tonight. ICC got a turnover, they give it right back. And it was again here in the second half. ICC gets a turnover, and they give it right back.
It's a good hit. You know, we thought he was down, but hey, we're not the officials. Got to go with what the official says.
So a tough break there for the Indians as East Mississippi gets it back now. The ball is at the 46-yard line. We're going to be a first down and 10 situation here for East Mississippi. We'll try to bring you some Renaissance Bank scoreboard updates throughout the league here in the second half. Was an interesting one brewing earlier in the league between Kahoma and Northeast. We'll try to find that score for you. Give is going to be to the running back in the backfield. He's going to stumble forward for a gain of 2 to bring up a second down and 8 situation now for East Mississippi. See if we can find you some Renaissance Bank scoreboard updates. Wow, Colin big at halftime, 42-0 over Pearl River. It's Northwest up 35-16 at Mississippi Delta. That's in the third quarter. Gulf Coast up 34-14 over over Holmes. That too is in the third quarter. Second down and 8. Wow, wide open on the far side that time. The Indians just lost their man, and that's going to go out to the 40-yard line where it'll be another first down. A big pickup there for East Mississippi. Let's look at some other scores. Jones College and Hines, they're tied 14-14 at halftime. East Central up 21-7 in the third quarter over Southwest. And now Northeast has rallied to retake the lead. Northeast was down earlier, but they lead now 17-12 over Kahoma. So first down and 10. Pass in the flats, and it's going to be caught and then taken out of bounds. Oh, they're going to say he dropped it. Well, he caught the ball, made a football move, and then lost control as he was going to the ground after he took a step or two forward. So a big-time break there for the Lions. Be interesting to see. That's one thing I always wanted to do, have referees. You know, coaches are accountable. Ask a referee, what did you see on that play? Second down and 10. Pressure picked up nicely, and
he read it.
Tyrese Quinn read that pass nicely. If he could have timed that one up, he would have been running for days as Quinn knocks that one down. So it'll be a third down and 10 situation now here for the Lions. Boy, Jim, we've seen a lot of big plays, a lot of close plays. This has been a high-energy contest. ICC trailing 42-19 with 8:09 to go here in the third quarter. Miller back to pass. Pressure picked up nicely. Now the pocket collapse. He spins away from one. He's going to keep the ball and still bouncing off guys. He just broke 4 tackles to pick up 12 yards and move the chains. And, Jim, that's just an athlete doing athletic things.
That was an outstanding run by B.J. Miller. He did break 4 tackles, got the first down. As we mentioned, East Mississippi 42, ICC 19, 8 minutes left in the third period. East Mississippi is driving. First and 10 on ICC's 28.
Tough break there for the Indians. Almost had a chance to get off the field defensively. Miller looking to pass. Plenty of time to throw. Goes over the middle. The route is jumped but caught, but there is a flag down on the sidelines here for ICC. And it's right on the sideline, so we'll have to see what this is here. Probably a sideline warning if they have the warnings anymore. Wow, they're calling the flag on ICC for being on the field. You look across the field right now, Buddy Stevens is standing on the yard marker. He is standing on the 29-yard line physically right now. Okay, then. And there is an ICC fan irate about it as well, so they do tack on the penalty yardage. You got to be kidding me. So East Mississippi with it. Miller, lob pass to the corner of the end zone. Jump ball in and out of the hands of the wide receiver that time, as that was number 21, Derek Pointer, on the coverage.
Good job by Pointer. Broke up the pass at him. Big series here. 2nd and goal. The ball is at ICC's 8, 42-19. East Mississippi with the lead and driving.
Yeah, not only is Buddy Stevens on the field, you also have 3 other coaches on the playing surface as well. Flag is down across the way. Miller is going to try to stretch this one in the end zone. He will, but as we said, a flag down, so we'll see if this one stands. If it does, it goes for an 8-yard touchdown run for V.J. Miller. And it's going to go against the Indians, and this penalty will obviously be declined. And so that will go for an 8-yard touchdown run for East Mississippi. And V.J. Miller.
V.J. Miller, 8 yards. It's 48-19. East Mississippi leading. 7:16 left in the third quarter. Extra point pending.
So waiting the kick here from East Mississippi. Smith has been a busy kid tonight, as he's awaiting to kick this one away here. Snap back's a good one. The hold is good. The kick is up, and the kick is true. So the kick is good. Makes it 49-19. East Mississippi with the lead. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on ESPN Radio and Let'sGoICCTV.com.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Your score, 49-19. East Mississippi, the number 1 team in the country, leading the Indians after that 8-yard touchdown run by V.J. Miller. 7:16 to go here in the third quarter. Adam Gore, Jim Ingram bringing this action here on ESPN Radio, as well as Let'sGoICCTV.com, the Red Channel. Getting set for another First American National Bank kickoff. And I tell you what, First American National Bank has been eating up this sponsorship tonight. This is going to be a fair catch called on the far side of the field. I believe that was Watkins, or no, excuse me, that's actually number 18, Cortez Davis, who takes the fair catch, so the ball will be marked out that time. New rule this season, Jim. Football, NFL, college, they're doing everything they can to take the kickoff out of the game, and we've already seen one return for a touchdown that was eventually called back for a penalty, but you take that play out of the game and you take a lot of excitement out of the game of football.
You do, but what they've said in the past is it's the number 1 play to get injuries.
Yeah.
So they give you an opportunity to have a fair catch.
I'm one of those opponents where if you don't want to get hurt in the game of football, don't play the game of football.
That's a good point.
And a big boy run here as Dinkins lowers his head and picks up a solid pickup there on first down as he just bullied his way over the top of a defender there for East Mississippi. That gain good for 5 for Dinkins.
Scores 49-19. East Mississippi up. 6:55 left in the third period.
So 2nd down and 5 to go here. Mills got pressure, avoids it. He throws as he is taken to the turf, and that time Jamel Thomas just came up and got a hand on the football to keep that one from being picked off. I like the effort by Clark Mills, but sometimes you want to make sure you put a little bit extra mustard on that one to get it out of bounds. I tell you what, Jim, with Clark Mills at quarterback, he's gone the distance so far for ICC. This offense looks vastly improved.
Let me say this. Clark Mills played very steady tonight. At halftime, he had over 200 yards total offense. We know they've made some runs here in the third period.
And so now it'll be a 3rd down and 5 situation here. The ball is on the 30-yard line for the Indians. They trail 49-19 to East Mississippi. Pressure coming, and he's going to be hit for a Sonic sack, and he's going to be hit for a loss of 5 on the play. And that'll bring up a punting situation here. And Jim, that's just bringing the house. Too many extra people, and Mills just did not have enough time to identify where to get the football.
No, you brought 6 or 7 guys there, and you got hit by 3 guys. So he did not have enough time to throw it.
And so this will be a punting situation coming up here for the Indians as Hayden Franklin is back to kick this one away. Snap is a good one. Franklin puts a foot into this one. A booming kick that is going to be taken at the 39, spins off a tackler, and then it's going to be drugged down at about the 40-yard line. Good job once again, pursuit downfield that time by Thomas Cox. If he doesn't make that play, he has a little bit of room to run, so Thomas spun him around to let his defense come down and get down there with him.
No doubt about it, good play by Cox. Didn't get the tackle, but he forced him into his other teammates, and they made the tackle.
So Thomas Cox, the long snapper, he's a sophomore out of Itawamba AHS, little hometown boy there for the Indians, coming down and helping out on the play. So it'll be a 1st down and 10. Ball is going to be at the 41-yard line where East Mississippi has it. 49-19 is your score. East Mississippi, the top team in the country, showing why they have deserved those rankings so far this season. Miller, your quarterback. Man in motion. This time they faked a little tap toss, and it's going to be a handoff to the running back in the backfield. Gets to the outside corner, tries to cut up field, picks up about 13 on the play, and a big run by Keon Moore that time. Just helmet on helmet, follow the big boys and see what you can get.
Fresh running back. I don't recall him playing in the first half. Good job by Keon Moore, got the 1st down.
Shannon on the tackle that time for the Indians as the ball gets out to the 45-yard line. East Mississippi on the run here. Miller, your quarterback. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Miller gets the snap. Plenty of time to throw. Loads up, zips it out wide. The pass is going to be complete, and that was just a nasty stiff arm on the sideline that time. I believe that was, it's got to be number 18, Austin Morphus. Yeah, I thought it was number 10 at first, but that's the backup quarterback.
Morphus was a big-time player at Pontotoc High School. Yeah. I remember him. That is Austin Morphus, the freshman from Pontotoc.
So the chains move after that pickup of about 11 or 12 on the pass. Miller and the Lions marching downfield once again. They already lead it 49-19, looking to add to that lead here. Jim, even though the score 49-19 really doesn't feel like that type of ball game right now.
No, we've been in the game. We've been very competitive tonight.
Play clock down to 3 seconds. They get the snap off. Pressure coming. Miller's going to avoid it. He's got a lot of green grass in front of him. Tries to lower his shoulder. Bounces off a would-be tackler. He's going to be hit and spun down. And Miller a little slow to get up that time as he's now up. One of those, he took a pretty nasty hit on that shoulder, but he was able to shake that one off. You know, spending a year in professional organization of baseball, you know he's going to be in tip-top shape playing the game of football, and he showed that speed and that agility there on that play. A pickup of about 4 for Miller. Miller patient in the pocket. Pass coming. Oh, nearly picked off, as that was good anticipation that time by Robinson to recognize where the ball was going that time. Broke it up, and now it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6. Jim, we've been a couple of jump routes away from a pick 6 tonight.
We have. Very close. We need to make a stop here, Adam. 4:24 left in the 3rd period. East Mississippi 49, ICC 19.
So it is 3rd down and 6. The ball is on the 26-yard line for East Mississippi. And EMCC is going to have to take a timeout. Didn't have the right personnel on the field, and they're going to burn a timeout. Timeout on the field, we're going to take it with them. 4:24 to go here in the 3rd quarter. East Mississippi 49, ICC 19. Let's take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this.
$2.99 for a Car Hop Classic. What a steal.
Steal? That's a heist. Put this on.
Oh, disguise.
I don't think I can eat in this.
It's all part of the plan, my friend.
Get a quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a Slinger Plus Tots for $2.99. Try it today. Sonic's Double Stuffed Oreo Waffle Cone, made from Oreo wafers, layered with sweet Oreo cream, real ice cream, and Oreo cookie pieces. Talk about Oreo overload. Try one before they're gone.
And welcome back as we reset out of the timeout. East Mississippi 49-19 over the Indians. 3rd down and 6. The ball is on the 26. East Mississippi looking to add a few more points to the board here in the 3rd quarter. 4:24 to play here. East moving right to left on your dial, if you're listening here, the old school radio dial, if you will. Miller, your quarterback. Pressure coming off the edge. Now they set up the bubble screen. It is complete, but the Indians recognize it and is going to stop him right about the 25-yard line. They're going to give him a little bit of forward progress. It's going to bring up a
4th and 4,
fourth and 2, maybe 4th and 3.
4th and 3.
So they're going to give him 4th and 3 in the offense. Not even thinking about coming off the field right now for East Mississippi. No surprise here as East Mississippi is going to go for it. Boy, if the Indians defense can make a play. You hear the ICC All-American band trying to get behind their guys here. Do the Indians have a play in them to come up and make a stop? Jump ball down the sideline. Tyrese Quinn comes up and makes a play and blocks it away. Good job by Quinn. Could have been offensive pass interference that time as he kind of grabbed the shoulder pads of Quinn and shoved him out of the way. The officials letting him play physical as Quinn was also being a little physical on his own out there, but a great stop by the defense.
Let me say this. Tyrese Quinn has had a wonderful ball game tonight. Yes, we're down 49-19 against the number 1 team in the nation, but we're still playing hard. Defense shows some spark. Very proud of the effort tonight by the defense here in the 3rd period.
So 3:48 to play here. ICC will take over 1st and 10. The ball is on the 23-yard line. This first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. For all your insurance needs, go by and see Joey right there on South Adams Street in Fulton. Mills still your quarterback. Handoff is going to be to Wadlington in the backfield. He's going to get across the 25. Still fighting forward. Wow, the officials let that one go for a while. And finally blow the whistle as forward progress was stopped. Let's call that a gain of 4 for Wadlington. I've got him with over 100 yards rushing on the evening. Of course, my Sonic stats are always unofficial. We do have a stat keeper from East Mississippi helping out this evening, so we'll be able to have some Sonic final stats in the Renaissance Bank postgame report. So let's bring up a 2nd down and 6 situation here for the Indians. ICC making some quick adjustments. East Mississippi countering those adjustments on the defensive side. This is going to be Wadlington who keeps it again. He's going to be hit and stacked up. And looks like he might have got back to the line of scrimmage. Yes, he did. No gain on the play for the freshman out of Oxford.
36, Adam. Clock running, 3 minutes left in the 3rd period. East Mississippi 49, ICC 19. ICC has the ball at their own 27-yard line, 3rd and 6.
They're bringing the tight end out. Going to bring in an extra receiver. Jalen Gale will check in here for the Indians. As now there's 10 seconds on the play clock. Plenty of time here for the Indians. Now they're going to look to the sideline, try to change the play. 5 seconds on the play clock. Make it 3. They do get the snap off. Mills is going to tuck and run. He's got a lot of green grass in front of him. He's still on his feet and gets the first down. Great decision that time by Clark Mills. And Jim, I think we found ourselves a quarterback.
Good job by Clark Mills. Broke the pocket. Had one man to beat. Stiff-armed him a little bit, got tripped up.
Mills, that quick decision, able to get out and move the chains. That first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. Mills looking over the middle, has got a man wide open. Looking to make a move. He's going to be hit, stacked up, and that's going to move the chains yet again. Good decision that time by Clark Mills. Found Gale over the middle, and that's another big pickup there. The ball on the positive side of the 50 now, as it's down to about the 37-yard line. First down for the Indians.
Good job by Jalen Gale. Caught the pass, broke a tackle, got some positive yardage.
So Mills trying to rally the troops and get the Indians down the field here to see if they can put some more points on the board. Give is going to be to Wadlington. Wadlington bounces it to the outside, keeps his balance, and gets across the 35 down to about the 34. No, they're going to spot him at the 35-yard line. So a pretty good pickup considering that looked like to be was going to be stopped for a loss in the backfield.
Good job. Kept his feet churning, gain of 2, maybe 3. We'll call it second and a short 8 or a long 7. Indians moving. Minute 25 left in the third period, 49-19, East Mississippi on top.
So ICC trying to get something going here. East Mississippi making some adjustments across that defensive front. Mills, plenty of time to throw, loads up over the middle. It's got Jamel Thomas who goes up and gets it. Touchdown, Indians.
Touchdown, Indians. Beautiful pass and catch. There's a flag on the play. Oh, no.
Well, they're saying it's against East Mississippi, roughing the passer.
Yes, sir.
And Clark Mills is worse for wear as he heads to the sideline, but a big play there for the Indians as they put points on the board. I tell you what, Jim, that took a lot of moxie for Clark Mills to stay in that pocket and take a nasty hit, but deliver the touchdown strike.
No, great job, great catch by Thomas. I think Clark Mills a little bit shooken up. He's going to. I'm glad we're not going for two because he's sitting on the bench right now.
So Thomas goes up and makes the play. Comer missed his last extra point attempt. Will step into this one, puts it up, and the kick is good. So Comer has the kick there, Jim. Let's keep it here. I believe that was a 35-yard touchdown pass.
I believe you're correct.
So ICC now makes it a 49-26 contest. Jim, one thing I will say, I do like the fight in the Indians tonight. They have not gone quietly into the night against the number one team in the country.
They haven't. They're playing for pride. You know, we're still in the ball game, but when it's 49-19 in the third period, you're down by 30. It's tough to keep going, and we went down the field, got the touchdown, cut it to 49-26, minute 9 left in the third period.
And so we're waiting this First American National Bank kickoff here. Let's talk about First American National Bank. They're a proud supporter of their local communities and ICC athletics, with locations serving you from Iuka to Tupelo. Just follow the flag to the First American National Bank location near you. That's First American National Bank. And there's one here in Fulton. Tommy Chamley, a great friend of the college.
No doubt about it. And I saw Tommy earlier at the ball game, and he is a great supporter of the college and of our athletic teams.
We also want to talk about the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. They offer services for children, general orthopedics, shoulder and elbow, knee, hand, wrist, hip, thigh, foot, and ankle. Jim, pretty much everything that hurts on me, along with sports medicine services. They're located at 499 Gloucester Creek Village. Give them a call at 662-377-BONE. That's 662-377-BONE. Or visit nmsmo.com. That's nmsmo.com to schedule your appointment. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
Adam, the 15-yard penalty of roughing the passer. We now kick off from our 50. Do you take a chance on an onside kick? I think East Mississippi knows we're thinking about it because they're looking for it.
Yeah, East Mississippi's got a few extra guys up front, so I don't know if you're ICC, if you just try to drill this one out of the back of the end zone.
Or pop it up, pop it up high, they fair catch it, they get the 25-yard line.
You can do what we saw on Sports Center on Snapchat a couple of days ago. They tried a line drive kick that bounced off the helmet of a player and came right back to the opposing team. So ICC is going to put a foot into this one, and it is going to go into the end zone, actually out of the back of the end zone. So no chance of a return there for East Mississippi. So now East Mississippi will have it first down and 10 from the 25 with 1:09 to go here in the third quarter, 49-26. East Mississippi leading the Indians.
I like the fight in both our offense and defense team tonight. We still got another quarter, a minute 9 left in the third period. Keep fighting, Adam. Some good things can happen.
So it'll be first down and 10. Ball at the 25. VJ Miller still your quarterback here for East Mississippi. They're in the white jerseys, red tops, red shorts. ICC in the blue helmets, red jersey, white pants. Pressure coming. Miller steps up to avoid it. Now he's going to be hit and dropped, and nearly lost the football. Smart play by VJ that time to come back and secure the football, as that was Rico Pickens, one of my favorite names to say, coming up and making the sack on the play. That sack being brought to you by Sonic, reminding you the Car Hop Classic is back. Choose between a quarter-pound double cheeseburger and a classic signature to pair with a medium tots for just $2.99. Oh, don't forget they got specials going on with their shakes tonight as well. Give is going to be to the running back in the backfield. He's hit, stacked up, but does get those penalty yardage back and then some, about a gain of 5 on the play that time for the Lions. And this is going to bring up a third down and long situation, something the Lions have not found themselves in very too often tonight, Jim.
Adam, we might get another play here in the third period. It's third down, 3rd and 7. The ball's at their own 28-yard line.
And it looks like East Mississippi is going to elect to take this into the fourth quarter. Your score here after 3 quarters of play, ICC trails EMCC 49-26. We're going to take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this on ESPN 95.1 The Fan and Let'sGoICCTV.com.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
$2.99 for a car hop classic. What a steal.
Steal. That's a heist. Put this on.
Disguise.
I don't think I can eat in this.
It's all part of the plan, my friend.
Get a quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a Slinger Plus Tots for $2.99. Try it today. Sonic's Double Stuffed Oreo Waffle Cone, made from Oreo wafers, layered with sweet Oreo cream, real ice cream, and Oreo cookie pieces. Talk about Oreo overload. Try one before they're gone.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Your scores, we get set to start the fourth quarter of play. East Mississippi leading ICC 49-26. Jim, I know you got some stats there. Take a look at some of the Sonic stats that may jump out to you.
Very briefly, total offense, East Mississippi 500 yards. Total offense, ICC 400 yards. Adam, you're right. Waddington and Dinkins both have over 100 yards rushing for the Indians tonight.
Easily the best offensive performance for the Indians so far this season. Third and long, Miller now is going to get out and run. He's got plenty of room and real estate to get forward. He's going to spin forward, and oh, what a lucky break. He sat down on the ICC defender and rode him for a first down. If he would have hit the turf where he landed or where the initial contact was made, it would have been about a yard shy, but instead landed on top of Keyshawn Parker. Momentum carried him forward, and that will be move the chains for a first down at the 35-yard line now. Clock is rolling here in the fourth quarter, 14:40 and counting. And this is going to be a give to the running back. I believe this is going to be Keon in the backfield. He's got the corner. Now looking to get out in field. He stiff arms and crosses the 50 down to about the 45-yard line. And that was a pretty nasty collision on the sidelines. And that was Dylan Helms, our work study that is shooting some of the video there on the sideline.
He got clipped, taken out by B.J. Williams accidentally, by the way.
So he might get some good footage as he hopefully going to walk that off on the sideline. Some of the ICC players coming over and check on him as well. First and 10, ball's at the 45-yard line. Slant route is there. Now he's going to cut back across the other side of the field. He's got a lead blocker in front of him just trying to make something happen. Gets through, and oh my goodness. Thank goodness he ran out of real estate that time because he still has some pretty good balance and just some nifty running on the part of Drummond that time, and that kid is impressive.
He's a special player. We've got to play some good defense here, Adam. East Mississippi moving the ball on our 24-yard line. They're up 49-26, 14 minutes left in the ball game.
So first and 10 here for the Lions. Pressure coming off the corner. Miller recognizes it. Now it's going to step up, looking to run once again. Uses his speed, gets to the outside, and is going to tiptoe, I believe, close enough for that first down. Maybe a yard shy, depending on where they spot this one. They're going to spot it at the 15-yard line. So, yes, he will be about a yard shy of that first down. Good quick decision that time. Indians brought the pressure off the corner. Miller stepped up and got away from it and was able to pick up a positive yardage.
Adam, we need a turnover very badly here.
So second and 1 here for the Lions as they're knocking on the door again. 13:40 and counting. They already lead 49-26. Miller's hit as he lets go, and the ball falls incomplete. I think that time, Jim, I don't know if the Indians were looking for it. I thought they had a chance to be able to come up and get that one off the deflection, as we do have a player down for the Indians. And so the injury timeout on the field, we're going to take it with them, or actually, no, let's keep it here, as it looks like maybe just some cramping, as number 63 was able to get off on his own power. That's Marvin Williams. He's been battling tonight, Jim. He's made some pretty good plays defensively for the Indians. And, Jim, this late in the night, this hot, humid evening here in Fulton, cramping, we saw it in soccer matches yesterday, cramping still an issue this deep in September.
No doubt about it. You know, you live in the southeast United States. In this area, it's still hot in September.
It's still hot in November and cools off in December, and, yeah. So third down and 1 now is the situation here for the Lions. The ball is on the 15-yard line. They go wide with a couple of tight ends in this set here. Give is going to be to the running back in the backfield. Still fighting for it. Spins off one, gets the first down and then some. And down to about the 5-yard line. And I tell you what, Keon Moore, we're calling his name a lot more than we did in the first half, as it was Dion McIntosh carrying the load in the first half. And so now it's going to be a first and goal situation here for EMCC, and a timeout has been taken on the field by East Mississippi. Let's take the timeout with them. We'll hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com and ESPN 95.1 The Fan.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here. It's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
And welcome back out of the timeout. ICC trailing 49-26 to number 1 East Mississippi. And East Mississippi knocking on the door once again. First and goal to go here. Ball is in between the 5 and 6 yard line, so let's call it to 6 here for the Lions. East Mississippi looking to go to work. The handoff is going to be in the backfield. ICC's back there to make the stop. Nice play that time, as a little extra pushing and shoving going on after the play, and a flag comes down. And it actually hit one of the East Mississippi linemen in the face mask that time, as I believe that might have been number 35 coming in to make the tackle for a loss, Langford. But the flag is down. We'll see if this is going to go against the Indians or the Lions in this situation. It's usually the one that retaliates. I think that's a good call, Jim. They called it on both ICC teams and East Mississippi, so that penalty will offset both players just as guilty as the other on that skirmish.
So it's second and goal. The ball's at the 10. Is that correct?
It should be, as there was a tackle for a loss on the play. And it's going to be offsetting penalties. And the referees were telling the guy and the referee's coming in now to talk to the players here. And his microphone is still on. So let's hope he doesn't say anything too pointed here to the players, as he doesn't realize his microphone's still on. So I'm going to continue to talk to cover up.
And the band's helping also.
Yeah, to cover up in case sometimes when you talk stern, you use some stern words. And that time he elected not to, though. But I think that was a good job that time by the referee, Jim, to come in, bring the two teams together, say, hey, let's cut that out. And I think that's the reason why they call it offsetting penalties as well, to get this game. Because, listen, it's not out of control. This has been a very hard-fought ball game. But late in the game, tempers do start to flare.
And both teams have shown good sportsmanship throughout this ball game.
Miller's going to keep, and he's going to try to slice his way up the middle, stretches the arm out, and will go in for the 10-yard touchdown run. And that was just big boy on big boy that time, Jim, as East Mississippi puts it in the end zone for the touchdown.
Your score now with 12:43 left in the ball game. East Mississippi 55, ICC 26.
So awaiting this extra point here from East Mississippi. Jim, I tell you what, there's going to be a lot of teams this season that struggles with this East Mississippi offense. I don't see very many weaknesses for the Lions offensively, not too many defensively as well.
No, and give our kids credit. We're still battling, and especially offensively. We've got over 400 yards of offense. 4 quarters just started, and we already have 26 points on the board. That's a positive.
That kick is good, makes it 56-26 now in favor of East Mississippi. Let's keep it here and remind you of some of our other sponsors. Let's talk about the Kegel Eye Center. Kegel Eye Center has been providing professional and comprehensive eye care to the people of Itawamba County and surrounding areas. They're located at 402 Access Road in Fulton. Set up your appointment by calling 862-EYES. That's 862-EYES. Kegel Eye Center in Fulton, a proud sponsor of tonight's action. Also, let's talk about Joey Cox, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent. For all your insurance needs, give Joey a call at 862-9340. That's 862-9340, or stop by and see him at 710 South Adams Street here in Fulton. Also, I want to give a shout out to Austin Blansett, former work study here at ICC, that's tuning in tonight here on Let'sGoICCTV.com. So we're getting set for another First American National Bank kickoff here. Boy, I tell you what, that might be a record for most sponsors in a span of about 45 seconds ever. But this First American National Bank kickoff here from East Mississippi looks like Waddington and Austin Watkins back to receive. Waddington will take this one. And
he didn't call a fair catch.
He didn't call a fair catch, and he's going to break free. Still trying to fight forward. Still fighting forward.
He got to 25 and 26.
And now there's a flag down. That's a little backyard ball that time. I don't know if he did that on purpose and maybe trying to see if the defense would have stopped before he took off running. And Watkins is coming back saying he waved his hands. The official never called it dead. There is a flag down on the field, so let's let the officials pontificate amongst themselves to figure out what this is all about, as Coach Sean Cannon kind of throwing his hand up in the air.
Let me say this. Waddington made I think he didn't want to go to the sideline, get
Yeah.
tackled at the 10-yard line, talk to the coach. He broke about 6 tackles and got to the 25.
Yeah, that's an impressive return because he had it at the 10 and stood there for a while. And now the ball is going to be spotted at the 26-yard line. And they're going to tack on a few more yardage. This is a personal foul face mask being assessed on East Mississippi.
Be to the 41-yard line, Adam.
And here's the thing, that was just a weird, wild, crazy exchange of football that time because ICC didn't get the fair catch granted at the 10, and then an impressive return that time by Waddington to a return of about 16 after carrying a few guys up the field, and then tack on the extra yardage for the face mask, and ICC now has the ball at the 41. Want to try that little bubble screen. It was intended for number 10 that time of ICC, Austin Watkins, but a great job by East Mississippi getting in the backfield. Quickly recognized that it was that bubble screen, fell back in the pass zone and batted it down.
I know you don't want to hear this, but if he doesn't knock that down, we got yardage there.
Yeah.
It was set up very well. Good play by East Mississippi.
And, Jim, I'm thinking once again that might have been Fred Hervey on the play. We called his name tons of times in the first half as he has played impressive tonight. 2nd down and 10 here for the Indians. Mills zips it out quickly. That's Austin Watkins who sidesteps a man, gets a block, now battling forward, trying to get out to the 50-yard line. And could have been another face mask call, but the referee just decided to let it go, and Coach Sean Cannon right there in his face as he was right there in front of it as well. And getting in the ear of the official and then lets to kind of just back off of it. And now brings up a 3rd down. Let's call it 3rd down and a long 3 as the ball is to the 49-yard line. Got to get it across to the 48 on the opposite side here for ICC to keep this drive alive here. 3rd down and possession down. Give us to Dinkins. Dinkins trying to bounce it to the outside. Now cuts with the field. It's going to be hit at the 50. That second effort might have got him out to the 49-yard line. No, it does not. They're going to mark it at the 50. Say his knee was down. So it's going to be 4th down and 2 here for the Indians. And they're going to sit on the kicking unit. So ICC is going to let to kick this one away here. Hayden Franklin, who has played much better tonight for the Indians, as I'm going to knock on wood here. As a little confusion as ICC sending a few extra guys in the field. There is a different up man again here for the Indians. But this time it is going to be a snap back for the punt. And nearly blocked, but a beautiful kick, high spiraling kick. Is going to be caught and fielded inside the 10-yard line on the fair catch. Boy, I tell you what a difference a week makes, Jim, as Hayden Franklin had 2 kicks blocked last week. One of them might have been on him taking way too long to kick it, but that time a beautiful kick that's going to be downed inside the 10-yard line. Great job by Hayden Franklin to shake off last week and have a pretty good performance tonight.
No doubt about it. That was a great kick, over 40 yards in the air, no return, had to take a fair catch. Good job by Hayden.
And so it'll be a 1st down and 10 here for East Mississippi. The ball is at the 8-yard line. The marker is actually at the 9. So let's spot it at the 9. We're going to be 1st down and 10 here for EMCC. New quarterback in the game here for the Lions. This is going to be another one of those tip pass forward for East Mississippi, as the new quarterback in is Messiah DeWeaver. Messiah DeWeaver, if that name sounds familiar, of course, me being a Notre Dame guy, kind of played some teams up in that area. He was a former quarterback at Michigan State. Now getting some snaps in the game, and that first pass good for a gain of about 6 on that little tip drill pass. So DeWeaver in the backfield. Surveying the defense, plenty of time on the play clock. Now it's going to head it off in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff, and it's going to be good for the 1st down. And the Indians stack him up, but he does get to the 20. Needed about the 19.5 to pick up the 1st down. And the 1st down moves the chains here for the for the Lions. And once again, that's Keon Moore getting the carry. And I tell you what, I've been very impressed, not only with Keon Moore, Deion McIntosh as well. Very tough 1-2 combo in the backfield for the Lions.
No doubt, they play a lot of running backs at them. They wear you down. 10:20 left in the ball game, 56-26, East Mississippi up on the Indians.
Like movement, but no flag was thrown that time. It's one of the wide receivers got a little early jump. I think this late in the contest, the referees are going to say, let's keep this clock running as much as possible here. As DeWeaver tucks and scrambles that time, goes forward for a minimum gain of about 2, or let's give him 3 on the play. So it'll be a 2nd down and 7 situation here with the Lions as the clock now inside 10 minutes here in the 4th quarter. Remind you to stay tuned at the conclusion of this game. We'll have the Renaissance Bank postgame report coming your way here on ESPN 95.1 The Fan and Let'sGoICCTV.com. Once again, that little toss forward as it's going to be A minimum gain on the play as that goes to number 2, Reddix. And, Jim, that's one of the things that a lot of people argue that it's not a pass, but technically it is because the ball's making forward motion.
No doubt about it.
Out of the hands of the quarterback.
Good job, and good job by the defense stopping them there.
Jim, I want to give also a lot of credit to the fans of ICC. Still sticking around in this contest. A few starting to head towards the door. A hot, humid night here in Fulton. A lot of fans still sticking around. ICC making some adjustments. Flags down. False start of the offense. And that's what I saw earlier. It looked like a little confusion on the snap quarterback exchange that time, or I should say on the cadence, I should say. False start on the Lions, so that's going to back up EMCC. With 9:09 to go here in the fourth quarter. Remind you, next week the Indians will be on the road. They travel to Coahoma to take on the Tigers of Coahoma in a North Division matchup. That game will be available here on ESPN Radio. It'll be a 7 o'clock kickoff, not the typical 6:30 kickoff we see here in Fulton. It's a low snap picked up by DeWeaver. Avoids one tackler. Now it's going to be hit and dropped, and that's going to be a tackle for a loss there by the Indians. And a good job that time. Pressure was coming off the end by number 35, Jaya Langford. And the Indians make the stop. A tackle for a loss being brought to you by the Sonic of Fulton.
Keyshawn Parker, the freshman linebacker, Calhoun City, made the tackle. Offense gets the ball back at them. Good hustle, good effort by the defense.
And so this will be one of the few punts we've seen tonight from East Mississippi. If you sign a scholarship to be a punter at East Mississippi, you got one of the easiest jobs on the team. That's something they don't do a whole lot of. Snap back's a good one. Indians bring pressure. Wow, what a kick.
It's returnable.
As Watkins takes it, and now it's going to try to get to the outside. Now cuts back. What a move by Austin Watkins, looking to get to the outside corner. Yeah, this is coming back, holding on the Indians. As that was plain as day. Unfortunate for the Indians. A great return right there, but the holding turned the East Mississippi player in a complete circle right there in front of the referee.
Still good effort by Austin Watkins. Still should be in pretty good field position, Adam. Probably going to move it back. It's around our 35-yard line, I'd say.
Good to see Dylan Helms, our intern on the sideline. He's joking around with a trainer on the sideline, not being looked at by the trainer, but he seems to be okay down there on the sideline. So it'll be interesting to see if he kept the camera running in that situation. I hope he did.
He needs to be dedicated.
He does. He does. And so that penalty is going to be marked off 10 yards on the Indians. So it'll be a first down and 10. The ball is going to be spotted at the 43-yard line. There's 8 minutes left in the contest. Jim, we're going to look around the league in the next opportunity here to give you a Renaissance Bank scoreboard update this evening. See if we got some final scores and any interesting games going on in the league tonight. First and 10. Mills still your quarterback, trying to set up that bubble screen. Sets it up nicely. Pass is complete out near the 50-yard line. Let's call it the 49-yard line, as it was Brown who hauls it in. Let's take a look at some scores around the league. These scores being brought to you by Renaissance Bank. Colin leading Pearl River 49-0. That's in the fourth quarter. Northwest up big at Delta 52-16. That's also in the fourth quarter. Gulf Coast up 48-14 over Holmes. That one's on the coast. Jones has retaken the lead now at Hines 21-17. Mills, plenty of time to throw, zips it over the middle, and just short-armed it that time. Don't know if maybe just didn't have enough in the arm that time as Thomas was wide open. Take a look at some more scores. East Central leading Southwest 28-13. That's in the fourth quarter. And our first final of the night, Northeast hangs on to beat Coahoma 20-18. That's where ICC will be next week in Coahoma. Coahoma, a vastly improved football team. So one of those you can't go to the Delta and expect them to roll over easily, as Northeast hangs on to beat Coahoma 28-18. So it's going to be a third down and 4 situation here. Mills getting set to throw. Over the middle, and it's caught. And still on his feet is Thomas, and that's got to be targeting.
There it comes.
And there's the flag, and another flag coming in as Thomas was down on the field. And that was just a nasty, nasty hit on Thomas, and he is shaken up, rightfully so. Good to see that he's not really wobbling away from that. Let's take a look at that on the Little Caesars instant replay. He was down. Okay, not as bad as it looked. It was a shoulder to, or a helmet did lead, but he caught it in the back of the shoulder pad first, and then the momentum carried through the head. I thought it was a direct shot to the head that time, so a sigh of relief, because you don't really need to see a guy like Jamel Thomas coming in that situation and taking a shot late there. Now this is going to be the interesting part right here, Jim. As the officials talk this one over here, is it going to be an automatic ejection on the targeting call as the officials have huddled up in the circle over there, kind of talking a few things over and making sure they've got all their P's and Q's right in this situation here. Let's talk about a sponsor while they're talking things over there, and let's talk about Davis Ford. It's no secret what makes Davis Ford such a special dealership. They work every day to assure you, their valued customer, a first-class dealership experience. Let Davis Ford help you find the car or truck of your dreams. Visit DavisFordSales.com or stop by their showroom located at 904 West Main Street in Fulton to see the Davis Ford difference. The 2017 President's Award winner is celebrating 54 years in business, and I think they've won that President's Award over 15 times, Jim, throughout those 54 years. And, Jim, we can't do it without not only Davis Ford, but all those other sponsors helping bring this action your way tonight on ESPN Radio and Let'sGoICCTV.com.
Adam, we appreciate the support of the 5-county area, of this community, and, of course, everybody in Fulton, Mississippi. We really do appreciate their support.
And so the personal foul call is against the defense for targeting, and he will eject the player as well. Jim, that's a rule that in the future we see it in the college football ranks. I do like the fact that they have come back to start reviewing those plays. Unfortunately, on this level, you can't really review it, but I think that one was plain as day on the targeting call there.
Does he have to sit out the first half next week?
I believe so. So the ball will march down to the 17-yard line. We're going to be a first down and 10 here for the Indians. First down and 10 being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. Mills, still your quarterback. Play action fake. Mills looking to throw. Hit as he releases, and it's picked off. And the return is going to be near the 20-yard line. Mills was hit as he let go of the pass, and that took some of the mustard off of it there. And just one of those learning experiences for the freshman quarterback. As number 9 for East Mississippi, sprinting across the field, Shaquez Atkins, acting like he's never played the game of football before, hot dogging and never picked off a pass, sprints all the way to the other side of the field to show off in front of the fans. A little late night action going on there. Having a little fun across the way is East Mississippi. 56-26 your score, 7:04 to play here. East Mississippi will have it after the interception returned out to the 20-yard line. Good pick, though, on the part of Atkins. He just fell back in that zone and popped up and picked it off at a nice return.
A little bit underthrown.
So it's going to be a first and 10. Handoff is going to be to the lone running back in the backfield. He's got a lead block, and he's got a lot of green grass in front of him. And I tell you what, that was a touchdown-saving tackle that time by Kenneth Martin. Keon Moore. Boy, I tell you what, Keon Moore is making an argument for maybe even getting in that starting rotation at at running back. Or, heck, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just let one guy play one half and let the other play the other half.
No doubt. They come in fresh, playing very well.
DeWeaver still your quarterback here, the Michigan State transfer for East Mississippi. That pickup out to the 44-yard line. We're to be a first down and 10 here for the Lions. DeWeaver looking to throw. Is complete out in the flats, and he's going to be hit and tattooed, sent out of bounds at the 49-yard line. And a solid pickup there, but a big-time hit applied on by the Indians. But a solid pickup there on first down.
6:38 left in the ball game. East Mississippi 56, ICC 26.
Gulf Coast and Holmes have gone final. Holmes falls to Gulf Coast 48-14. So Renaissance Bank scoreboard update. Inside 6.5 to go in this one. EMCC leading this one. And that little drag route across the middle, it was successful earlier tonight and successful again there as the ball out to the 41-yard line. That's going to be another first down. We have a player shaken up for East Mississippi. And hopefully just another one of those cases, Jim, of cramping for that young man. This is number 54 shaken up on the play. And we'll take a break with the injury timeout on the field. We'll be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
And welcome back as the lineman that was number 54, Connor, I believe his last name is Rinky. He was able to walk off on his own power. It was a little bit of help, so hopefully nothing more serious than a cramp for that young man from East Mississippi. First down and 10. The ball is at the 41-yard line, where East Mississippi will have it with 6 minutes to play in the contest. Give it to the new running back in the backfield, and he's going to go forward out near the 35-yard line for the Lions. Is that handoff to number 15, Julian Connor. He's a quarterback/wide receiver out of Hattiesburg, and he will promptly check out of the contest. It looks like Keon Moore has checked back in for the Lions. Man in motion, a little toss forward on the pass, and that's holding. Yep, threw the flag on that one, and there's another flag coming in late on the play. And so we're going to have the officials talk this one over. Referee almost did not want to throw the flag that time as he initiates the flag holding. It's going to be at about the 43-yard line, but there is a second flag down. So you want to make sure you hold everything here as the officials talking this one over. So we'll get the call here from the referee. We do know his mic works because he was talking in the huddle a while ago.
And he had good, clean language in the huddle a while ago. We were proud of him.
Okay, so it was a pair of holding calls on EMCC.
Can we not make it 20 yards instead of 10? Can't do that.
So they're going to move it back to the 45. I don't know why they accept the penalty. I guess they're going to call. I don't know. Anyway, they moves it back. Second down. Ball's at the 45. 14 to go. If it was a spot holding penalty, it should have been moved back a little bit further, but I guess they're going to call it from the line of scrimmage. Zips the pass out to the flat. It is complete. Picks up the first down and then some out to about the 25-yard line. And DeWeaver moving the chains, and the Lions rolling here. Actually, they give him the spot out to about the 17. So the Lions moving down the field here, looking to add on some more points late in the contest. First and 10 here for East Mississippi. DeWeaver, your quarterback, getting set to throw. Pressure coming on the backside across the middle, and that could very well be targeting on the Indians, and yes, it is. Good call that time by the referee, as that was easily leading with the crown of his helmet that time was B.J. Williams. Jim, that's one thing that Coach Cannon was talking about in his pregame show, is not those mental mistakes, and that's one of them there. The pass was not caught. B.J. could have checked up, and you just got to be smarter than that if you're a sophomore, B.J. Williams.
And they're going to talk about it again, I'm afraid, here, Adam.
And he is
already off the field.
Yeah, he's off the field. Tyrone Fox, the DB coach, getting in his face. And this is an easy call. I mean, targeting is going to be the call on the Indians, and he will be ejected as well. And that one, even though the original penalty called on East Mississippi was a clear targeting as well, that one a very much so, no doubt, targeting call on the Indians. So that penalty will be marched off. And, Jim, we saw it against East Central. India still got a few of those mental mistakes to clean up going into next week at Kahoma. Well, last time we went to Kahoma, Jim, it was interesting. The power went out. Well, let's hope that doesn't happen again this year, as it's first down and goal to go now here for the Lions. The ball is going to, it's first and 10. The ball is actually going to be spotted at the 13-yard line. So the pass coming. DeWeaver steps up to avoid it, now throws. Corner of the end zone, and he was out of bounds. Just lost his spacing on the field that time. Jim won't call it like it is. That was a big-time break there for the Indians because he was wide open. So it's going to ring up a second down and 10 situation here for the Lions. East Mississippi still throwing it around the yard with this game no longer in doubt with 4:40 to play. Trying to add a few more points to the board, maybe sway a few of those 6 voters that did not vote them into the number 1 spot this week. Fumble on the play. DeWeaver's going to have to eat it, and he's going to be hit and lost, or sack on the play. And the Indians beat in the backfield and make a sonic stop for a loss.
Adam, that told me volumes there. We're still hustling. We had 2 guys there back on the quarterback immediately. Great effort on the defense. Yes, we're getting beat. We're going to lose the game. They're still hustling.
So it's going to be a third down, and let's call it a short 20, maybe 19 here for East Mississippi. Snap back to DeWeaver. Plenty of time to throw, looking to the end zone. He's got a man, and great defense that time. Who was that? Number 21 for ICC, Derek Pointer. We've called him out a couple of times tonight. He's played well in the secondary.
Derek Pointer's played very well tonight, hustled proud of Derek, the sophomore from Horn Lake, Mississippi.
So it's a 30-point ball game. It's going to be a 4th down and long situation to go here for East Mississippi. And it looks like they're leaving the offense on the field.
Why wouldn't you try a field goal?
That's what I'm thinking. Practice a field goal situation in case you find yourself in that situation late in the game on down the road. But instead, East Mississippi is going to go for it here on 4th and 20. DeWeaver sees pressure coming. He's going to be spun around, hit, and dropped for a big-time sack.
And we get the ball right there.
Karma coming through on that play there as DeWeaver hit for a big-time loss and a big-time play there for the Indians, knocking back the Lions with 3:53 left to play. The Lions will go on to win this game, Jim. 56-26. That's going to look a little confusing when people see that in the score column tomorrow in the Daily Journal. The thing about it is, Jim, I'm leaving this game encouraged because compared to where we looked at last week against East Central to where we're at today against East Mississippi, yes, it's a 30-point different ball game right now, but this has been a positive night for the Indians.
I agree with you, Adam. And the hustle, we keep hustling when we cannot win the ball game. We know that. And you look at total yardage. Let me tell you what, the total yardage when this game is over, we still got 4 minutes left in the game. We're going to have close to 450, 500 yards offensive against the number 1 team in the nation.
A big run that time out of the backfield for the Indians. Looked like a new running back in the game. I think that was maybe Chris Shannon. Yes, it is. Shannon in at running back for the Indians. Picks up 5 on the carry. Mills looking to throw. Plenty of time. Dials up over the middle, and that one's going to be, nearly picked off. Don't know what Mills was really looking at that time. It was Watkins dragging across the middle, but Watkins stands at 5'9". He was going to have to be about 6'9" to go climb the ladder on that one. One of those were Mills. I like the aggressiveness. I like getting after it that time. Just got to maybe check off to someone else as he had Jalen Gale streaking down the sideline for a checkoff route that would have been good for the first down. So 3rd down and 5 here for the Indians. Mills going to be hit as he throws, and the ball comes free. Thought that arm was making forward progress that time, and Clark Mills is hurt, and you've got a player toning.
That should be a 15-yard penalty.
Toning Mills as he was down.
He threw it.
Yeah, you've got to throw the flag.
You've got to throw a flag there. Got to throw it.
Yeah, you can celebrate making a big play, but getting down on top of a kid and clapping over the top of him after you deliver a great hit. We're not taking a single thing away from the play, but my goodness, you got to have a little class about yourself, and that's going to be a penalty here on East Mississippi.
Should be first down if I'm not mistaken, Adam.
And that is going to be the case there. So number 24 for East Mississippi called with the unsportsmanlike conduct, Terrence Cherry. And he's going to be checked out of the contest. If I'm Terrence, I'll make sure I run away from a coach in this situation. You do not want to be near a coach's. That's one of those plays. Yes, it's a 30-point ball game, but that just kept the drive alive. And looks like we do have a new quarterback in the game here. This is going to be number 14, Spencer Unruh, coming in for Clark Mills. As we said, took a nasty hit, a clean hit on that play. But now Spencer Unruh is going to come in at quarterback for the Indians. Unruh zips it over. The pass is complete. Slips off a tackle across the 40 down to about the 38, 39-yard line. Nicely done that time by Spencer Unruh to quickly zip that one forward as it was reeled in that time by Jalen Gale. Jim, this has kind of been a breakout game for Jalen Gale as well.
Good to see Jalen break out. And Spencer comes in and throws a rocket coming off the bench. Happy for Spencer.
2nd down and 2 is the situation now here for the Indians. Unruh is your quarterback. Handoff is going to be to the long running back in the backfield. Slips off, breaks a tackle, gets out across the 30, protecting the football. And who was that running the football, Jim? I believe that was number 22 for ICC. That was Tyron Reed. Reed, nice explosive as soon as he got the ball. So the Indians trying to march the ball down the field, see if they can put some more points on the board here. Unruh, your quarterback. Give is going to be to Reed one more time. Surges through the line, breaks off a tackle. Riding a guy down the field. Now the ball comes free. And I think East Mississippi has it. And they do. You can't fault Tyron Reed that time as he was carrying a guy down the field And then just a very good play by East Mississippi. Recognized that he couldn't get that second hand on the football, came up and stripped it free. And, Jim, you go back, you're going to see turnovers. It's going to be one of those things that the Indians can't afford to do, and they've done a lot of tonight.
But great effort by Tyron Reed, trying to get some extra yardage and just got the ball stripped.
And so now it's going to be a 1st down and 10 situation here. 1:53 left to play. 56-26 is your score. East Mississippi just waiting for this final basically 2 minutes to run off the clock here before being able to head back to Scuba with the win. They're going to hand this one off. That is going to be to number 25, Keon Moore. And I think it's one of those situations where if your Coach Stevens across the way from East Mississippi, kind of make eye contact with Coach Cannon. Coach Cannon nods, and East Mississippi elects to run the clock out here. We'll see if that's what they want to do with this game no longer in doubt. Jim, a very impressive performance despite the score tonight for the Indians. The Indians still got some room for improvement, but as they say a lot of times, week 2 to week 3, you see a lot of improvement in the football team. We saw a lot of improvement tonight out of the Indians.
We saw a lot of improvement on both sides of the football, and the fight in the Indians I really liked.
And instead of running the ball, they're going to throw it again. And still breaking some tackles going across the field, trying to make something happen here. And that was a long run for a loss of about 4, maybe 5 on the play that time. Jim, one thing it does do is it runs off some more time off the clock. Surprised to see East Mississippi throwing the ball? Your honest answer is no.
Well, I thought for a minute they were going to run the clock out, and that was a short pass, and he ran the wrong way, so maybe he did that on purpose to help us.
That's what we'll say they did.
Yeah, we're going to be very positive about this.
So 3rd down and 12 here for East Mississippi. DeWeaver is your quarterback, finishing it out here. Very impressive night tonight from V.J. Miller. As DeWeaver letting the play clock run down to 4 seconds, then snaps it, hands it off to the long running back in the backfield, and a very impressive run there. Is that going to be enough for the 1st down, or maybe he's going to be a yard shy, as that was Keon Moore on the carry. And they're going to say, no, it was not a 1st down. They did stop the clock, and that's going to do it. So it's going to be 4th down and short here for EMCC. Time will run out on this one, and ICC will fall 56-26 here to the Lions on Military Appreciation Night. And the number 1 team in the country comes to town, does what we expect. They look sharp tonight, pick up this 30-point win, 56-26 over ICC. And Jim, a positive night, though, for the Indians.
I think it's positive, Adam. Yes, we lost 56-26, but I saw a lot of fight in the Indians tonight, and I thought Clark Mills, as you said, made a step up as quarterback tonight.
Yes.
We got 26 points, could have had a little bit more, but had a few turnovers. And yes, we gave up 56 points, but the defense fought and fought and fought. We had a couple of turnovers, put in bad position, a couple of mistakes on our kicking game. So both sides of the ball played hard tonight. Hey, the best team won.
Yes.
East Mississippi is better than ICC, but
Yeah.
ICC played well tonight.
Yeah, this is a football team that grew up a lot tonight here in Fulton. We're going to step away and come back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report here from ICC. They fall to number 1 East Mississippi, 56-26. We'll take a break and be back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report right after this on ESPN 95.1 The Fan and Let'sGoICCTV.com.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
$2.99 for a car hop classic. What a steal.
Steal. That's a heist. Put this on.
Oh, disguise.
I don't think I can eat in this.
It's all part of the plan, my friend.
Get a quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a Slinger Plus Tots for $2.99. Try it today. Sonic's Double Stuffed Oreo Waffle Cone, made from Oreo wafers, layered with sweet Oreo cream, real ice cream, and Oreo cookie pieces. Talk about Oreo overload. Try one before they're gone.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
You could say it's about the clubs. You could say it's about the ball. You could even say it's about the course or the weather. But what it really comes down to is consistency and hard work. Over and over and over again. At Renaissance, we understand consistency. We understand hard work. Most importantly, we understand you. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
And welcome back to the Renaissance Bank postgame report. ICC falls to number 1 East Mississippi, 56-26 here in Fulton on Military Appreciation Night. East Mississippi improves to 3-0 in the year. ICC falls to 1-2. East Mississippi 1-0 in the North. ICC 0-1. And Jim, I know you got some Sonic stats there in front of you. Talk about some of those Indian stats tonight and some of the things that jump out at you for East Mississippi.
Okay, as we mentioned, the amount of yardage tonight. East Mississippi had 630 total yards. ICC had 460 total yards, over 1,000 yards of total offense tonight. Possession time of East Mississippi had 31 minutes, ICC 28.5 minutes. Keon Moore did have 130 yards tonight for East Mississippi. That was basically all in the second half. ICC had both Waddington and Dinkins go over 100 yards tonight. Both of them had 102 for Waddington, 103 for Dinkins. Clark Mills was 21 of 39 for 236 yards. B.J. Miller had a great night tonight for East Mississippi, 23 of 36 for 345 yards and 3 TDs. Jamel Thomas stepped up, caught 11 balls tonight for 140 yards. So great movement by Jamel Thomas, 11 catches tonight. Julian Connor had 6 catches for 58 yards for East Mississippi. Again, the final score, East Mississippi 56, ICC 26.
Those are your Sonic stats on the evening here from ICC. They fall 56-26. We're going to take another commercial break. We're also going to hear about a special event coming up, the Tomahawk Band Competition, here part of the Renaissance Bank postgame report. We'll take a timeout. We'll also be joined by Coach Sean Cannon right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
$2.99 for a car hop classic. What a steal.
Steal. That's a heist. Put this on.
Oh, it's a disguise.
I don't think I can eat in this.
It's all part of the plan, my friend.
Get a quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a Slinger Plus Tots for $2.99. Try it today. Sonic's Double Stuff Oreo Waffle Cone. Made from Oreo wafers. Layered with sweet Oreo cream, real ice cream, and Oreo cookie pieces. Talk about Oreo overload. Try one before they're gone.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
Now we're talking with Ryan Todd. Ryan, a big event coming up for the band, the Tomahawk Marching Band Championship. First one ever, or maybe the first one in a long time we've had here at the college. Just talk about this event.
Well, it is, to my knowledge, it's the first time we've ever hosted a marching band contest. Whether it be, done in a different format or not, I think this is from my research, this is the first time we've done this. It will be formatted like our high school MHSAA State Marching Band Championship, which is actually happening for a lot of schools a week later, and then the others 2 weeks later. But we're formatting it the same way as that, and we're really excited about it. We've already got, we're still a month away from our deadline for registration. We've already got 10 bands signed up for it.
Well, Ron, if anybody's out there interested in registering their band, how would they go about doing that?
They can go to our website, the ICC band website. There's a PDF on there that says Tomahawk registration form. They simply need to fill that out, and there's a $250 registration fee that you send in with it. But we would be glad to hopefully take anybody that decides they want to come. And again, it's set up in such a way as to be a precursor to our marching band championships.
All right, and for fans that just want to come watch it, is that open to the public? And
it is open to the public. We have not set the admission price just yet, but it is open to the public. We also have not set our time, our starting time. We're going to base that on the number of bands that show up. We're going to work back from there because we want to be able to host all that would like to come. So we're going to kind of play it by ear this first year to kind of get a good feel for it. But it will be an all-day event. It'll probably be at least 11 to noon starting. And then hopefully the ICC band will be marching exhibition, hopefully no later than 7 is what we would like to do. But there's still some things that we're ironing out, but the date is set, the time is set, the judges have all been hired, and we're really excited about the event.
All right, if you could give us that date one more time, and that way fans can be marking on their calendar.
That date is October 20. October 20, and you can, if you're interested in it, like I said, it'll be an all-day event with hopefully anywhere from 18 to 22 bands.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back to the Renaissance Bank postgame report. ICC falls to number 1 East Mississippi 56-26 here in Fulton on Military Appreciation Night. We're joined in the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association broadcast booth by head coach Sean Cannon. And Coach, tough game tonight against a very good football team, but we did see a lot of positives offensively for the Indians tonight. Just your thoughts before we kind of get a little bit deeper in the content or in the conversation.
Yeah, I thought we first 2 drives on defense, we shot ourselves in the foot. We give up a 1-play drive on that second one, and just I don't know, and then put ourselves behind the 8 ball, get inside the inside the 5 3 times, and we can't put it in the end zone, and you can't give them opportunities like that, and we got to take opportunities when they give it to us, and this, they were, I think that I saw number 2 ranked defense in the country and points and all that, and we left some opportunities out there, to make it really at halftime, maybe 21-28, something like that, answer score for score and everything. But we, very proud of the kids' effort tonight. I thought we played hard. That was a very physical game on both sides of the ball, and they're a good football team. They're as good as what everybody says. But I was just proud of our kids after the game. Just being able to fight. For 60 minutes.
Well, Coach, we can kind of look back last week and compared to this week. There was a big question mark around your quarterbacks. And Clark Mills, at a point during last week's game, come up and said, "Coach, I'm ready when y'all need me." And he got to start tonight. And I I think a lot of those question marks were erased tonight with the play of Clark. Very impressive outing for the freshman from North Pontotoc.
Yeah, got to be able to hold on, take care of the football more, throwing the interceptions there. And one of them was a tip ball, which those are going to happen. Those kind of aggressive plays, if you say. But the kids respond to him. They rally behind him, got confidence in him. So we just kind of feel like that he was a guy that we needed to roll into the game tonight with us. And, I think his future is going to be very, very bright. Looking forward to, to how he's going to develop and things like that. But, challenge the kids after the game to, these ones that right now we're not getting a whole lot from, that they've got to come and help us more, because we're playing basically 4 receivers the whole game because we've got 2 out. One didn't practice this week. One don't practice how he needs to. And you get into a game like this when one team plays 80 plays and the other team plays 80 plays, you're going to have some bodies. And those are crucial in junior college, But that's the challenge we have as coaches is, getting the ones that we have here better and and everything. But but I was just, like I said, I was just proud of the way we handled it. I think the biggest play of the game was the momentum changer right before the half. The kickoff return there, and then they get the touchdown right before the half, and just threw a dagger in us. We go in the game there, at least with 21 points there. Instead of giving those two quick scores right before you go into halftime, 21-13. You got a different ball game. But I don't, can't look back at that and and dwell on it, but I thought those were the turning point of the game for sure.
Absolutely. Now, Coach, get ready for Coahoma. We got to go on the road next Thursday to Coahoma, a vastly improved football team. They fall tonight to Northeast 20-18, so they're going to have a little bit of bitter taste in their mouth out there in Clarksdale next week. Yep,
Coahuma's always a good football team. They got some good players. I think they got like 5 transfers from Michigan State there. It's always tough to play over there, so we're going to have to come back and get a lot of guys that are banged up. I think we lost a couple of D linemen tonight for the year. Don't really know yet, but being able to go on the road and be our first road game in a couple weeks, it's going to be a challenge. It's always tough to play in Clarksdale, and our kids are going to have a good week of practice and go down Thursday night and get ready for another classic battle in the MACJC.
Well, Coach, always appreciate you coming up to talk to us after the night, and just any final thoughts before we let you go?
No, just disappointed in our kicking game again. I thought our punter punted the ball better, made our field goals and things like that. But, you can't put yourself in bad situations running the ball out on the 2-yard line down there that made us start a drive on the 2 on kickoff return. And you can't give up big plays in the kickoff return game. And it's just we got guys around there, we got to go figure out who wants to make a play. And I think that's really – our challenge as coaches this week is really finding who wants to make plays because, our season's a third of the way over. We got 6 games here in front of us, and so we got to be ready to come out and swing. But we do have some bright spots. I thought our run game was really good tonight. When you be able to run the ball and you be consistent at that, that's always going to open up things in your passing game. So, we had a lot of bright spots there, moving forward for sure.
Indians fall to number 1 East Mississippi 56-26 here in Fulton. We're going to take a break and be back with more of the Renaissance Bank postgame report, as we'll be back with more right after this here on ESPN Radio and Let'sGoICCTV.com.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
And welcome back one final time here in Fulton. ICC falls 56-26 to number 1 East Mississippi to open division play. Adam Gore rejoined by Jim Ingram now here in the ICC Foundation broadcast booth, along with the Alumni Association broadcast booth now. Jim, just your final thoughts on the evening.
I thought it was a good effort by the team, by our team. Now, the best team won. We knew that. They're number 1 for a reason, and they won 56-26. But you and I saw some sparks, especially offensively, the way we played, moved the ball, had over 450 yards total offense. Defense struggled a little bit. I know Sean Cannon wants to get that fixed, and they will, but I saw the offense and defense play hard the entire ball game. The best team won tonight, but a lot of positive offensively for the Indians tonight.
Absolutely. I want to give a shout-out real quick for those Sonic stats being provided by Gavin Gilbert, coming up, helping us out tonight with those Sonic stats and much, much more. Well, for the Indians, they got to rebound in a hurry. Next week we go to Clarksdale to take on Coahoma, and as Coach Cannon said, that's not an easy task as it used to be in the past, as Coahoma got a lot of guys in from Michigan State and a pretty good little football team out there in Clarksdale. They fall tonight 20-18 to Northeast, but yeah, still got some meat left on the bone for the Indians.
No doubt about it. Every team you play, as he mentioned, some community college football is a tough character, and we got to go on the road. It's going to be tough. Playing in Clarksdale, Coahoma will be ready for us, so we better be ready to play football.
Well, I got to get off the radio because somebody's eating my pretzels back here in the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association broadcast booth. ICC falls by the final score of 56-26 here to East Mississippi. We'll see you next week. It will be a 7 o'clock kickoff in Clarksdale, so it'll be a 6:30 Davis Ford pregame show coming your way here on ESPN 95.1 The Fan and Let's Go ICCTV.com. For Mr. Jim Ingram, Bronson Payne, Dylan Helms, Raphael Henry, and Lee Adams, I'm Adam Gore saying good night, and as always, Roll Tribe.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.